Hello everybody, welcome to the build stream again. We're here streaming more builds for all of your entertainment and good joys. We're starting today with Zapdos' build. We got 3 builds for you today. Are they all in King 95s?
Yes.
Yeah, all King 95s. If you have any interest in that case, you're gonna really like this stream.
Oops, all King 95.
Oh, feedback, what?
Sorry.
But yeah. Welcome in everybody. Welcome in Ego Chaser. Ego, I think I have your PC on my list. King Cheetah Plays, welcome in, welcome in. Eric, welcome in, welcome in. I think you're also on the docket. Yeah. Everybody here, okay.
It's hilarious.
Those are wrong motherboards of PSU, by the way. Hold on, let me see.
Were they changed last minute? Yeah, they were.
Were they?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, okay. Sorry, they gave me the... Oh,
Alright, let me see if it's a power supply. Hold on, let me find the power supply. Yeah, they both work.
Okay, yeah, hold on. They gave me the old version to type up.
Yeah, they tend to... Sometimes they'll get updated last minute.
Yeah. Ooh, you went for an X670. Good choice. 670. What's the X670? It's the MSI.
Yeah.
MSI X670E Gaming. And it's an 850 watt Montel. Gotcha. Alright, there we go. Sorry about that, Zapdos. For you.
Okay,
Alright.
let me do this other thing.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, everybody. I'm just lurking in the shadows over here.
Fabian.
Chompers is in chat. What's up, Chompers?
What up?
Where? Hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to get all my ducks in a row.
Oh, speaking of ducks, you see that the Ducks finally got rid of that D jersey? Or that D logo?
Oh, that's so classic, though.
Yeah, so
What's
they
the
went,
new one?
They went back to the classic duck, but they like redesigned it to like make it modern, kind of. And then the new logo, or the new colors are default to orange and white now.
Nice.
So those are like our, yeah, I gotta show you pictures, they're freaking sick.
Yeah.
1 second, chat.
Hello, Skytech. Hey, what's up?
So for sure, we're getting Twitter
To you
comments.
guys. Oh, thank you.
Hey, what's up?
But that's it. I don't think anything else is coming through, unfortunately. W.
Unfortunately, yeah.
W.
Did you guys put the RAM at the right frequency speed? Yeah, we only sell RAM that's going to be at a frequency that we know it'll be stable at. So we're going to clock it up to 6,000 for you, and we're going to make sure it's stable. That's why we don't sell, like, very high-speed RAM, because it's not always stable consistently across motherboards. And especially the really high stuff, I haven't seen anything higher than, like, about 6,800 be, like, consistently stable. So yeah, we're only selling you stuff that we know will be able to clock up to that speed and have it be stable at. So we do that for you.
Okay. So I don't think anybody. Actually, I can just test it. I don't think anybody messaged on YouTube yet, so we'll find out if YouTube comments come up.
Yeah.
And if it does, then we can leave Twitter and YouTube on this one, Instagram.
And then all those, yeah. Okay. Man, you know, if I was in, like, a really cool movie, this would all be on different screens, and, like, it'd be all around me, and I'd be, like, spinning in the chair, being like, yeah. Loving my Archangel 4. Awesome, love hearing that.
Hell yeah.
Hey, you guys remember me? 4 Skulls? Maybe? It's hard when your name is just emojis. Unless you're Lutris, yeah. My first ever build with you guys. It should arrive tomorrow.
Perfect.
Super excited. 7800, the 4090. Nice.
Perfect.
Hey, look at that. Also, hello, Carrot Black.
We have, yeah. So the extra 2 will be here, and then IG, and then yeah.
$25 Target gift card for Zapdos' build? No sale. It's gotta be at least $50 on there. Come on.
Okay, if there's anything, let me know.
Why don't you answer? Sorry, we got a lot of chats up today, and we're still kind of dialing them in.
Yes. Sorry, by the way, the stream now has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Technically only 4 chats, but we now have Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and then Twitch is the main horizontal one.
Nice. I also ordered one of the pre-built King 95s, the 7800 X3D and 7900 XTX for VR chat.
Hell yeah.
Hey, I mean, yeah, that's a good choice. Does Thermalright make good AIO coolers? Because I plan on getting one for my next build. You know, I've never used any of their AIOs, but I've used their, like, air coolers. And the quality on that I thought was pretty decent. So I wouldn't have really any hesitancies about using Thermalright. They're kind of coming up right now.
What did you tell Dustin about the side quality?
I told him, yeah, I was like interested.
He's gonna order
Yeah,
some?
yeah, send me some
Nice.
samples. And then he was also looking for like other brands and all this. So I was
Yeah.
I was going through the part picker and just being like, what looks. I asked him to look into John's boat too, though, because
John's boat.
I know, but Keith got a case from them and he really liked it. So if the case quality is good, then
Hopefully the cooler.
yeah. Ooh, a giveaway? Unfortunately not. Not a giveaway. We're basically building custom orders. So if you order a PC through our custom builder, there's a free option to have it built live on stream. And that's what we're doing.
Man, this is so blue.
Yeah. I like to think it's like Hot Wheels blue. Yeah. Might be ordering the new O11 Vision. I'm in love with that case. Just wish I could change the GPU to a 3-fan and white.
Sick.
I feel that. But yeah, it's a nice looking case. Can the 4070 achieve 1440p or wait, no. 144 FPS or 165 FPS with the Ryzen 7 5700X?
Yes, I use that exact same setup every day.
Yeah. I was like, it's good. Obviously, it completely depends on the game, the resolution that you're playing in, settings in said game, so, you know, take or leave, your mileage may vary depending on what the game is, but that's a pretty solid, 4070 is going to really help you out with most games.
Yeah, I have a 165 1440, and I can't really say I've seen any games like struggle, like hard struggle.
My girlfriend's going to get a PC for gaming. She's getting a 4060 Ti with an i5 12600F. Is that a good combo? Yeah, I think that's really solid, honestly. And since you're going to be on LGA 1700 platform, there's upgradability in the future off that, but honestly, like, the i5s are really solid. I know people are always like, oh, it's an i5. The i5s are all you'll ever need for gaming.
Yeah.
4060 Ti too. Yeah, it's pretty solid. It'd be funny if all the ones today have all different colors. I mean, I know we have one that's black. Do we have the...
And another one that's black.
Oh, dang it. I was like, what?
It would have been cool if they were like, you know, black, blue, red.
Yeah. What do you think about IQ H100 on a Core i9 13th gen? IQ H100. Is that an air cooler? I don't really know Corsair stuff too much. We don't use it really. I like how I just typed that. Like that was gonna lead to. Absolutely not. not on a 13900K, or a 13900F for that matter. You need at least a 360. Like, is my dearest recommendation. Unless you're looking to enforce Intel limits, then you can get away probably with the 240 under certain like loads, as long as you're not like really putting it through its paces. But yeah, depends on what you want to do.
What's the poster in the background say? Oh, it's just links to all our socials.
So you can click them.
Yeah, in case you're not already here.
Yeah. I run a laptop with integrated graphics. I'm sorry. I know that struggle. The plus side of that, though, is once you eventually jump from using integrated graphics to a dedicated graphics card on like a desktop, it's gonna feel like a whole new world. And you're like, what? I never knew games could run this well.
Oh no, Roberto, your build got delayed. I am sorry to hear.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah. I want to water cool my PC. Should I get... Oh, should I go for serial flow or parallel flow? Well, what are you going to be liquid cooling? I guess would be a good question.
That's a question to ask.
Because depending on components. I agree, the i5 is an underrated CPU for real. want that case. I was told that case is huge. It's pretty
It's
big.
not that big.
I was like, it's pretty big, but there are much bigger ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. How capable is the 7800X3D and Asus TUF 4090 for streaming without significant loss of frames? You won't lose any frames. Like, I mean, unless you're maybe streaming in 4K. Even then, though, I mean, that's incredibly capable. If you're losing frames at that point, it's your internet, your bandwidth. Is the RTX 4070 Super a good graphics card? Yeah, definitely. Like, especially if that's what's in your budget range, it's really capable. So what best cooler do you advise for an i9 13th gen? I would recommend a 360mm AIO. Thermal Take, Cooler Master, really any 360 you can't go wrong with. But just in case you're gonna push that thing. How long does your processing take for orders? Yeah, I was like, yeah, probably about 5 to 7 business days, I guess. Like, completely depends, especially on the custom builds, because obviously if we build your PC and something's wrong with it when we test it, we gotta troubleshoot that down, replace the component, or, you know, figure out what it is, and then run it and make sure that that was actually, like, the thing that was wrong before we send it out to you. So sometimes it can get delayed because of stuff like that. But, right now it shouldn't be really any delay. Is the Ryzen you're building good for YouTube streaming? Yeah, no, this is definitely a very solid PC right here. Yeah, you will want for nothing. Is it possible to get a white 3-fan 7900 XT in one of your custom builds? I'm not good at building PCs. I'm wondering if it was possible to get that. Build my part picker list is about 2,400, and I just want to have basically the list transferred into a custom build built by you guys, plus whatever you need to make money off of it. I see what you mean. Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have any white 7900 XTs. Usually, when you're doing like an all-white build or a snow build, especially, you kind of gotta go your own route, just because it's harder to. There's not that many white GPUs, especially, much less motherboards, and especially like the way that SIs operate, it's kind of like what we have in stock at the time. So like when we have GPUs, we might only have 2 manufacturers at any time. Much less like styles. Mine is AMD is 120mm. My cooler is. Oh, okay. Is it like a 120mm AIO or like just a 120mm fan like on a tower cooler? Hello, hope all is well with everyone. It is, thank you so much. I love that.
Thank you.
Ryzen or Intel and why? I mean, okay, it depends. If I'm comparing certain chips to certain chips, there's ones I really like. On the Intel side, I think the 13600K is like my Goldilocks chip. I just adore it. Really great price point, power, and you can actually cool it, love that. But on the AMD side, their high-end chips, I like them a bit more just for the stability and they're a lot easier to cool. The really high-end Intels, they are quite demanding as far as heat.
Do you know if we get 4th of July though?
We do.
We do?
We don't get the 5th of July off though. Yeah,
I have no excuse to go to that show.
I'm taking off the 5th of July though, so I won't be here that Friday.
Nice.
You will, what? Oh, I was like,
yeah.
you're not gonna miss me? Alright.
No, not that. Where you going for your 5-day weekend?
Shoot, well, I'm gonna go home.
And then?
Well, I mean, I was gonna go home and go to a party with my friends.
Oh, San Diego home.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you was at your house. I was
No.
like, and then?
I mean, yeah, that's later, and then, yeah, I'm just gonna go home.
That's cool.
Can't believe how Sony still hasn't gotten PS2 emulation to perform good on the PS5. PS2 emulation works on PC for years now, on PCs way weaker than PS5, yep. I thought of a name for the squirrel. Name it Scratch from Ice Age. I guess, yeah.
We need to find a acorn for it.
Who built my PC from Skytech? I want to say a thank you, good sir. Oh, I
Oh,
appreciate that.
Appreciate it.
We have obviously a couple of builders around, so could have been any one of them.
There's a lot.
But we will send the love.
If you still have your certificate, if you can read the initials on it, we can narrow that down.
That's not who you built it though.
Well, no, but the
It's
burner will
burned
tell
it.
you where, like, it'll narrow it down by a lot.
Is it chill if I ask some PC building questions? I want to build a PC soon. I'm not too sure about some things. Yeah, shoot. Like I said, I got a lot of chats up right now, so it might take me a second to get around, but yeah, I'll see if I can. Need my address not really.
Sure, post it in the chat.
Funny.
Who the heck is AJ?
AN or AJ is what they have on theirs. So someone with an A. Who's a burner with an A?
Oh, initials. A.
Yeah. I know, I'm like, huh?
Dang.
I was a burner for a year, but this is probably a more recent one.
Yeah, bro. AJ. Damn. Sad to say, it's probably on the production line, which makes it really hard to narrow
yeah,
it
you
down.
don't know, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, he's on the other side. Trying to build a PC. Is the 12600KF with the 3060 Ti a good non-bottleneck build? Oh yeah. Don't worry too much about bottlenecks. Like I said, that's going to be a really solid build. It's very well balanced, so that one you don't have to worry about it either. But a little bit of a bottleneck isn't the end of the world either. I just say don't throw money trying to get rid of a bottleneck. You know, don't chase your budget higher than it needs to go just because you're worried about a bottleneck. But that is a really well balanced system. You wouldn't have to worry about that at all. Parents' home. Yeah, that's what I meant. I'm around Central Valley area, so I hope processing doesn't take forever. Oh, it shouldn't.
Nah, you're fine, dude. We're like right under you.
Favorite handheld PC so far? Ooh, okay.
Steam Deck.
Yeah, you know, I kind of got to give it to the Steam Deck. I've tried the ROG Ally. I like the ROG Ally, but the Steam Deck is kind of hard to beat. As far
Dang,
as,
you're saying you don't like the Ally?
I do like the Ally. I'm saying money. I like money more than that. And you know what? I am a bit of a Linux fangirl. So
Dang. Okay, I was gonna say, are
Yeah.
you in the market for one of those shits?
why you going?
I have an off-brand one that I wouldn't mind letting go for like.
Wait, what is off-brand?
It's
Like, how-
INEU. It's not. It's not.
I was like, how off-brand? Like, you know,
INEU?
you know a guy who's like,
They're like popular, but they're not as obviously as the big brands.
yeah. Do you guys sell white PC models? Usually like cases, yes, but as far as like fully white builds, like white motherboard, white GPU, and all that, not really. Occasionally we used to have the like unique build line, and sometimes they would do something like that. So it might be something to look for in the future as a possibility, but not right now. Thank you. What's bottlenecking what though? In those, neither. I'm the bottleneck for real. In a system like that, like, don't get me wrong, every system is gonna have a bottleneck somewhere. Most likely it'll end up being your monitor. Sometimes it's your storage though, you know. But yeah, 12600K and 4060 Ti. Yeah, that is bread and butter. Honestly, the Lenovo Legion Go is my favorite. Isn't that one though you have to stream to? And like, I guess I don't like the idea of having to stream. Because like, I like the handheld because I can play it while I'm camping. And I'm a girl who does some camping, so like, I need that ability.
Why do people still say bread and butter? I feel like it should be modernized
'Cause
to
it's-
avocado and toast.
Because it's the best variety of pickle.
What?
Tell me I'm wrong. Bread and butter pickles. It's the go-to.
I feel like we took a turn somewhere and I got lost.
Have you ever had a bread and butter pickle?
No.
Oh, they're so good. They're like that perfect mix of sweet and salty.
I haven't even had. Well, I've had buttered toast, but I guess technically toasting it doesn't make it the same thing.
What? That's a toast. So I was talking about a pickle.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I'm saying I haven't even had the base model
we are on
of bread
different
and.
wavelengths.
Yeah, I know.
I might want to start streaming, but currently I have a low-end PC. Should I rather get a $1,000 PC or a $2,000 PC?
A $3,000 PC.
No, don't listen to one. Honestly, a $2,000 PC will give you anything that you need for streaming, in my opinion. As long as you're like streaming 1080p, yeah, you're fine.
But a $3,000 PC will get you swag.
A $1,000 PC though will definitely get you in the door. Like, don't be like, don't be under the impression that you need to have a really killer high-end system to get into streaming. Depending on what games you're playing or things that you want to be streaming, you might not need that much. I've been streaming recently at home with a 6750 XT and a 3800X. I don't really need that 8-core. I could probably go down to a 6-core easily. And 6750 XT is last generation Radeon card. So, like, you can make it work. Even like a 3060 would get your foot in the door, depending on what you're streaming. I got 7800 X3D and 4070 Super. Oh, nice. That's a good combo. You'll absolutely do great work. Mine's mostly white. LOL.
Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. We're making friends on YouTube now. This is our first time like streaming to YouTube. So. We always are trying to like figure out like what's the audience on these ones, because it's different on every platform.
Sure is.
Yeah. Which is why some of you are in better graces than the others. You know who you are.
Yeah. Hey, what's up? Get to the chopper. Welcome back.
I think I remember about the same motherboard being able to fit the 7000 Ryzen chips, also being compatible with the new 9000 Ryzen chips announced. I'm wondering if I could go with the 9000 once I have an X3D variant. Yeah, definitely. It should be the same socket shape, so it should be compatible with your motherboard. The only thing that you would want to make sure you did before you took your old CPU out is you want to make sure that you flash to the latest BIOS. You're gonna obviously wait for when you have the new chip, because you're gonna want the most up to date. But like, let's say you didn't update your BIOS from today forward, and you got the new 9000 X3D or whatever, and you put that in your motherboard, it would probably turn on, but it wouldn't post. So you wouldn't get any signal on your monitor. The computer would not respond. But if you BIOS update your motherboard, it should be compatible and it should work. And you have to do that with any like new chips that come out that still work on your platform, or like the platform that your motherboard has. So yeah, just something to keep in mind. But yeah, it totally will. PC enthusiast and new. Oh, awesome. Well, you're in a good place. I have a 4070 Ryzen 7 7700X. 16 gigabytes of RAM, DDR5, and I get some FPS drops in Fortnite and some other games. I need tips on how to fix it. Okay, so I know that Fortnite is probably the most notorious for frame drops. Your 4070 is not weak by any means, so I don't think that that's the issue there. You might benefit from some more RAM, but that shouldn't be really contributing to your frame drops. Any tips on how to fix it? You can try turning certain graphical settings down. It might be certain effects like water reflection. If you go like by a water area, that might trip up your GPU for a second, or like smoke effects. You could try experimenting with turning certain effects down to see if that alleviates it, because it might just be something to do with Fortnite and that effect, and it's causing your GPU to work a little harder than it is usually, causing it to drop frames. But yeah, that'd probably be your best bet. I was like, 16 gigs of RAM can be a little thin nowadays. We're kind of talking about 32s like the new 16. But I think you should be fine with 16. I'm still running the 16 DDR4 set at home, and most games I've got no issue with. So I don't think that that's the issue either. But in the future, you might want to upgrade that. Just because more and more games are getting RAM hungry because more PCs are having more RAM. It's wild. It's like games aren't getting more optimized; they're getting more like maximized. I just want to say I bought an Archangel 4 from you guys, and I'm so excited to get my second PC from you guys. Awesome! I love that. Play games and like start a gaming community as well as learning video programming. Oh, cool! Yeah. I mean, learning programming is always great. Oh, hey, what's up, Phoenix? Doesn't want to know me, AK guy.
Whoa!
I know, I saw that too. I was
Jesus
like,
Christ. And you
it's
didn't
okay.
tell me?
There's a kidding.
Shit louder than the AC.
High five. 1360 7600K CPU and 7900 XT GPU. Ooh, that's a nice combo. In your opinion, what build would you consider to be a gateway to a future-proof PC?
The Nebula.
To future-proof?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
The only thing is that it can't hold like a 40, 4090 and who knows
Yeah.
what GPUs are getting. The perfect gateway.
King 95.
Honestly, he's not wrong. And actually, we're gonna have a deal on the King 95 SKU soon that it's gonna be about 1500. It's very good.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Dang.
So maybe look out for that soon.
Dang.
We'll do. I think we're gonna do a little ad for it too. So when you see a little ad of us acting like fools, then be sure to pay attention because we might be dropping a good King 95 SKU there. Okay, thank you so much. You are very welcome. Would you guys recommend the Skytech Prism 2?
No. It's end of life. Where is that even for sale?
True, it is end of life. We're not really building them anymore. I mean, if you're finding one, like someone's used one or something like that, and it's got good specs on it, yeah, like go for it. But
yes, go for it, but just know that it's not under any kind of warranty.
Yeah. Nice top of the line PC, indeed.
Yeah, like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, like, don't get it because it's end of life and, like, whatever. Like, if the price is good, I know a good deal. But, like, don't get it expecting to get the full Skytech, like, you know, service and stuff. Having a Skytech, you can probably still get, like, advice. And, like, you can still probably hit up customer support for, like, small questions.
Yeah.
But in terms of full service, nah.
What do you think of 8 gigabytes of RAM being the starting point for base Mac models? Oh, you want to know what I think on that? I have a lot of feelings. I hate it. It's not so much that I hate it that it's a base model, it's just the fact that when you order a Mac, you can't upgrade it yourself, you can't add anything to it yourself. So it's like, hey, you can add more RAM for a lot more money than adding RAM to a PC normally would be. And if you don't do it at build out, too bad, you're stuck with that 8 gigs. So, yeah, that's my feelings about it. Negative. I'm stuck with what GPU to get for Fortnite at 240 Hz with the Ryzen 7 7800 X2D 1080p performance mode. Any recommendations? Okay, here's the unfortunate thing about Fortnite is that it is kind of getting more hungry for graphics. They did like a big graphical update a while back and made it way more cumbersome than it needs to be. So if you're trying to get 240 Hz at 1080p, I'd probably look at like 4070 Ti Super right now. Like, again, you don't really need that. If you're willing to turn your graphics down lower, you can get tons of frames on a much lower card. But if you kind of want that assurance, that could be a good option. Can I put DDR4 with DDR5 RAM? No!
Nope.
So here's the thing about DDR4 and DDR5. They're actually different form factors. So, like, where they have the little notch is different on them. So you physically will not be able to put DDR5 RAM into a DDR4 board. Or vice versa. So, whatever your motherboard supports, that's what you gotta stick with. Okay, sorry Twitch, I've been ignoring you, and you're my favorite child. Is a 7800 XT with a Ryzen 7 5700 a bottleneck? Not really. I wouldn't worry about that. 5700 is incredibly capable CPU. It's fantastic. Speaking of i5, a lot of people say I should upgrade my CPU with my future build because I'm gonna pair an i5 13600KF with a 4070. As in, like, you're going to upgrade to a 13600KF, or you're going to upgrade to a 4070. Because 4070 and 13600KF are perfect together. My L337 handheld isn't an off-brand. Y'all just don't know yet. We both went, at the same time. Getting a 240 Hz, or should I go lower? If you want to go 240 Hz. I mean... Yeah, I was like, on certain games you'll probably be able to get pretty high FPS with that still, but,
Yeah, you have good specs, don't you?
yeah, I was like, look into what's in your budget.
Bro has a BMW M2. I think his budget's pretty up there.
Yeah. Bottlenecking is a concept invented by hardware manufacturers to sell you more expensive stuff. I mean, like, kinda. Not so much, like, by the manufacturers, but it's something that, like, tech influencers learned about,
I was gonna say.
and then they made content about it, and then it became a big obsession. When really, it's not that big of a deal unless you're using an incredibly outdated CPU with a very modern GPU. You're probably not gonna notice a bottleneck at all.
Yeah, bottlenecking is a psyop invented by YouTubers in order to annoy specifically us too.
In your opinion, oh sorry, I already did that one. Boop, 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 boop. Say my name. Why do you always want me to say your name? Idle Dev. I'm trying to think, I'm worried that you're gonna trap me.
Where? How can this be edited?
Yeah. I just wanted to say I bought an Archangel 4 from y'all and I'm so freaking excited. Oh, awesome! Heck yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, that's a great one. It's adorable. You get that cool underglow, and yeah, desk saver. We love that. The Legion Go is like the Switch, but more powerful than the Steam Deck. True. Very true. But again, I can play my Switch in the wilderness, which is something I need for all the times I go in the wilderness. This is my old build, 3060 Ti, 650 watt supply, 2 terabyte hard drive, 500 SSD, Ryzen 7 3700X, B550 board. What do you think? And 32 gigs of RAM. Honestly, not too bad, yeah. I was again, there's newer stuff out there, but yeah, 3700X is still, I would say, a pretty good CPU. And 3060 Ti, yeah, solid. I was I know you're getting a new PC today, though, but, yeah. Honestly, I would hand me down that to someone, But yeah, not too bad, but you go for the new. That good stuff, yeah. Is there a chance you guys ship to Europe?
Nope.
Not currently, no. You're like that girl from The Big Bang Theory. Thank you. Hi, I'm a random person that wants to work for this great company called Skytech Gaming. I found on Recruiter. I will not be stealing company equipment to build a PC from the warehouse. Dude, Fabian did that video about working here just to get the free parts, and I really wanted to be like, y'all are getting free parts? At this rate, my PC is getting so outdated, I'm gonna have to get a whole new PC. Possibly. But, yeah, sometimes you gotta weigh, how much would it cost to upgrade, and, how much would it cost just to get a whole new PC. If you upgrade the CPU and the GPU, you're probably gonna have to upgrade the power supply, and, if you upgrade the CPU to a new platform, you gotta get a motherboard that supports that platform.
And RAM.
It's a whole thing. So, yeah, always something to kind of, weigh. Will 6,000 megahertz RAM break the Ryzen 7 7800X 3D? No, 6,000 should be fine right now. As long as you're, updated on your BIOS versions, so, you're on a more recent BIOS update, you should be fine. Can RAM cause thermal throttling, especially on an old DDR3 platform? Not that I've observed, but I haven't really worked with DDR3 much. Mostly DDR4 and DDR5. Now, DDR4, I would say not at all. It was very adequately cooled, unless you were, maybe putting it in a really, confining case. DDR5 gets pretty dang hot right now, but, cases have gotten a lot better. We've learned. We put fans everywhere now. But, in theory, yeah. It could definitely be a possibility. What do you recommend? RX 6600 XT or RTX 3060? Ooh. Out of those two, I'd probably say the 3060. Unless you go up to a 6700 XT, in which case I would go 6700 XT at that point. Thanks for my PC. Oh, you're very welcome, Joe. Ship to any other continent?
Nope.
No. I was Canada? Some of our computers are in Canada. I don't really know how. They don't tell me how. My wife's Archangel just arrived the other day. It's fantastic. Oh, awesome! Love hearing that. Hope she enjoys it. You guys did custom for me. It's amazing. Oh, excellent. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Hell yeah.
Can I have his mustache? I think he needs it. Ooh. Is Ryzen 9 7900X3D better for Ryzen 7 7800X3D for gaming? I mean, depends on certain benchmarks. 7800X3D is all you'll need, but 7900X3D does benchmark higher. It's just in certain benchmarks. Basically, 7900X3D has more cores, higher clocks, that sort of thing. Do you guys play GTA 5M? No, I've heard a lot about it though since doing on the stream. But I haven't really played much of GTA 5 online. I played the story mode way back when. But yeah. Okay, here's the thing. I tried to play GTA 5 online, and the first mission you do, where you gotta like go and get, every single time it either glitched for me, or I am just that stupid and like broke the game. Twice though. I did 2 characters because I was like, okay, surely this must be a glitch. Did it again, and it's because when I went to the spot, I got shot and I died. And then I got, respawned, and then they were all gone, and they were fleeing in a car, and I was like, how do I stop the car? And I kept trying to like ram them and like get them out. Tried to shoot it didn't work. So anyways, that's the day I gave up on GTA 5 online. I play Red Dead though, but again, mostly the story mode. Spent like hundreds of hours as John at the end of the game, just hunting, fishing, and I do a little online there. You can put on performance mode, it will lower his graphics but get more FPS. Oh, that's a good point. The 6060 will be the size of 4090. Don't speak that into existence, please. Super versus 4070 Ti Super. Ooh, I mean, obviously the 4080 Super is the better card, but the 4070 Ti Super, I think for like majority of people is all you'll ever need, like for gaming and streaming. 4080 Super is just an absolute beast. If you're really interested in doing 4K gaming, I would go that route, but 4070 Ti Super is well enough. Who streams here and what y'all play? I stream sometimes. Totally varies on what I play. As far as like competitive games, Overwatch is usually what I'm playing. I play me some Sims, I'm not gonna lie. I'll probably be playing some BioWare stuff, so I'm getting like really hyped for Veilguard, so I'm gonna probably be playing through Dragon Age again. I might stream that, we'll see. Y'all accept applicants? Not right now, not hiring right now. Is PC building a good business to pursue? It's not really, like, from a business perspective, not really high margins. It's more like, thin margins, but you try and sell more to make money. It's also kind of crowded, I won't lie. There's a lot of SIs out there. Will there be a product line for the O11 Dexel case?
Nope.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I'd probably say more of a passion. Not to say that there isn't like careers to make out of it and all of that, but yeah, I was like, it's an interesting field to be in. Speaking of i5, a lot of people say I should upgrade my CPU with my future build because I'm going to pair an i5 13600K after the 4070. Also, is that a good build to stream on and make videos on? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's totally fine. How the hell did you make Kelsey look so small? I know, right? They put me in a really tiny chair. When in reality, I think we're like the same height.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was born for basketball. But my lungs were like, nah, you're gonna sit down. 16 gigabytes of space now, never go lower on a new build, even just for browsing, 32 for gaming, 64 for gaming, bailing out. That's a good point. TLDR, if you like having apps open during the game, then it would probably be better, but gaming, especially 7800X 3D, would be a better choice. It is a vertical L3 cache on all A4s. That's why it's like certain benchmarks, on like strictly gaming benchmarks, I do believe the 7800X 3D is better. But in like a broader sense, if you're looking at productivity in any regard, then yeah, the 7900X 3D is better. But you really can't go wrong with either. This is my old build, 3060 Ti, 600. Oh yeah, no, you're definitely getting a huge upgrade there. Will you guys be having 4th of July sale? Don't want you to get in trouble if you can't say it. That's all good. It's not that we would get in trouble, it's just they never tell me anything.
Most likely are.
Yeah, I was like, I know that we're going to be having like a quick little sale on a couple SKUs pretty soon here. I don't know if that'll be our 4th of July sale, but we will be having some kind of sale soonish. But again, only pre-builds. I'm going to read both my CPU and GPU. Oh, nice. My budget is yes. I love it. I built build has a 7900 X3D with the 7900 XT all white. I might give it to my sister or cousin. Oh yeah, no, that would be like mind blowing to them, especially if they've only ever used like onboard graphics for something. Like what we consider like outdated to some people is like blistering fast. Oh, what's up, Broadside Brian? How you doing?
Yo.
Sorry, taking a minute to catch up on everything. Very worried I won't be able to clean the King 95 well because of all the fans and meshes. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Like I said, just like rag, don't put any water or anything on it, just kind of rub that against the mesh. That should take most of the dust off of that. And as far as the fans, if you really need help, that like condensed air that's like fantastic. GTA 5 Story Mode is a retro game, came out on PS3. Oh, ow, I took slightly
Retro game.
Ryzen 9 or Core i9 Gen, what do you advise for gaming and editing? If you're going to be doing a lot of editing and productivity work, the Intel I think is the better choice. I would recommend 13th Gen right now though still. 14th Gen is still kind of getting tuned in, and the 13ths are just, in my opinion, in a really good place right now. But you also can't go wrong with the Ryzen 9s. They'll also be a lot easier to cool. So if you're worried about cooling your CPU, the AMD is the way to go. Next thing you know, TikTok peeps will be saying, "Juan, your mustache is crooked." For real. Red Dead Redemption is the GOAT. For real, I love that game. I just spent so many hours like living in that game. Hopefully I won't have to upgrade again for GTA 6. Oh yeah, I think you'll be fine. Created a playlist on computers and used a lot of your vids. Can you check it on my channel? Here's a link. Oh, sorry, you can't post links here is the only problem. What's your channel? I'll check it out later. Or I'll give it to Fabian. I gotta just call him Fabian, I'm sorry, I don't know why.
I finally got a Lazy Susan.
Hey,
Hell yeah.
Lazy Susan life. Is Kelsey the Tom Holland of Skytech? Must have a Juan or Fabian to keep her from spoiling all the upcoming sales.
I guess.
No, because here's the thing. I'm also the R&D girl, so it's one of those things where I have to keep secrets of all the, like, upcoming technology. And I do pretty well with that. But I also, like, stress way too much about it sometimes. Like, I'm just going to accidentally trip and say it. Without, like, even being prompted.
Trip and say it.
Bought an AMD gaming PC. Oh, thank you so much for the subscription, Brewski.
Thank you.
Bought an AMD gaming PC from you guys, and it came with 2 games. How do I redeem them? That's a good question. It came with 2 games. You know, I honestly don't know. Maybe ask customer service, maybe ask the live chat on that. See if Alex can help you out. Because I actually don't know anything about that. What do y'all feel about the little electric blowers all over TikTok? I've read comments not to use them for cleaning, obviously. I mean, when I was in school, they taught us that you wanted to use an anti-static vacuum to clean a PC. And then I started working here and realized that that really isn't the case. I would be a little cautious of those. Again, like I said, condensed air in a can works fantastic. Hey, do you think mixing the Ryzen 9 7900 X3D and 4070 Ti Super is alright? I know it's optimal to have Radeon with a Ryzen, but my budget can't afford the XTX. No, that's totally fine. Don't worry about like mixing AMD and an NVIDIA card. There actually isn't in all of my testing, I have not found any evidence that shows that NVIDIA cards work any worse on an AMD chip. Because NVIDIA isn't partnered with Intel, in any way, so why would they necessarily work better with Intel? And as someone who's used an AMD chip and AMD graphics card machine before, I've definitely run into issues with the card before, just regular ones you would run into. So it's not without its flaws. So yeah, don't worry about that at all. My channel is Really Cool London. Okay, I'll look that up. Also giving my brother my older PC because he has a PC still with a 1060. Oh my gosh, yeah. Hold on, I gotta write that down so I don't forget it. I need it's not another person to read comments because then we wouldn't be able to hear anything, but I just wish I
Less
could...
comment sections?
What?
Less comment sections? Yes.
Maybe. I'm trying to get to you all. I'm sorry. I've completely abandoned you, TikTok.
We have to start.
It's
weaning
not
them.
intentional. I just haven't gotten around back there.
Yeah. Like how I haven't gotten around.
Okay. Go with the 7900 XT. I read that it is on par with the 4080. I was like, I mean, it's a good card. I don't know if it's necessarily on par with that, but it's close. But you get access to unreleased stuff like CPU, GPU stuff for cases, coolers, power supplies. Mostly like CPUs and GPUs. But like when I do, I can't talk about it. You have like Amy from The Big Bang Theory. Why is everyone saying that today? Like, I get it, because, like, I have brown hair that's middle-parted and just, like, very, very flat. I've tried to do things with it. This is just how it is, man.
Very millennial.
But, like, is it just because I'm, like, talking about tech? I have to, I'm thinking of getting the Omega 2, but from the pics, it looks wider than a regular PC.
It's not.
No, that one's pretty, I would say, standard. Do AMD chips work better together? No. Or at least nothing I've seen has done that. Thanks you guys for this. Do you think you can also put the cost of each part? Where are you located?
No.
I was like, we're located in Ontario, California, but unfortunately I can't put cost of part just because it would be very hard for me to get that info. Not very hard, but like it's in a system, and then I would have to pull.
I
each
don't
one
even
out.
think. Yeah, that's sorry. Our backend is not set up like that.
Okay, sorry TikTok. I'm trying to. Hey, Jeremy. Okay, this is the perfect time to check TikTok. Jeremy's here.
What's,
Yeah, what's
up,
up?
Jeremy? How's it going? Where were you coming? You were coming to Dallas or some shit?
Yeah. He's coming
Hell yeah,
to
dude! Get
America.
excited.
Yeah.
Texas.
How do you get into building PCs coming from someone who is interested in building it for a living? Honestly,
YouTube.
yeah, I was like, you kind of just start doing it. And then if you're lucky, you find a job that lets you kind of keep doing it. But it's one of those things that, unfortunately, it's like not a cheap hobby. But
Not at all.
it's like, you know, you gotta come up with a project and you just kind of do it. Or if you can get your hands on anybody's used parts, like another good way of kind of just building and learning from that.
Hey Jeremy, when you get to Texas, remember the natives really love it when you greet everybody with "Howdy, partner," with a big smile.
I mean, I don't think you would get hit, like...
You wouldn't hit a British person.
Yeah. i9 and DDR5, so motherboard upgrade and GPU? Yeah. How long did it take you to learn how to build a PC?
Like 2 or 3.
Yeah. I built my own PC, read some guides, watched some videos, built my own. Did run into 1 or 2 problems that was, now I'm like, stupid. But was able to,
Okay,
get it rolling.
actually, interesting discussion. Would you say, having built your first PC, would that make you would you consider yourself having learned, or just having started learning?
I would consider that having started learning.
Right?
Because then when I actually started taking classes in IT, it was like, oh, here's why.
Yeah, the why,
yeah.
and I think another thing that's important too is that not you specifically, but you said I made a few mistakes, which pretty much everyone's gonna do on their first one, more or less.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree. It's more of a having started learning.
Mm-hmm. Gotta say appreciate it instead of thank you in Houston. Noted, yeah. Is anything over 32 gigabytes overkill for games these days for RAM? I say so, yeah. 68, well, okay, not 68, 64. Like, if you want the future proofing, or if you are just someone who really loves your Chrome tabs, sure. Or if you play Escape from Tarkov, go 64. Otherwise, you're probably fine. Unless you're looking at doing productivity stuff, virtualization, rendering, things like that. Or again, playing Escape from Tarkov. Because apparently, that is a game that actually uses all 32 gigs. And somebody corrected me on that, and I was like, okay, wow. Is Deepcore really banned in the US? Yes.
Yeah, sadly.
Yeah, one time I found a 7900 XTX in my local bin store. Hey!
Whoa, that's
That is
fire.
a find, for real. How much to shave your mustache? Ooh.
$10,000.
Dang, okay, know your worth. Yeah, I like that. Okay. It's part of the
Grows
star
back.
power. Yeah. Still, though, I mean, you never know. Someone might offer you.
Yeah. Not for nothing though. Like $1,000? Nah, get out of here.
My homie got a PC that had a broken power cord from you guys. I'm nervous to buy now. Power cord like PC to wall or like PSU to motherboard? But homie called customer service, right? Because, yeah.
Yeah, that would have been super.
Yeah, if you ever encounter something like that, call customer service. They will get you a new one. Y'all PCs are mid. I just bought mine April. You bought a mid PC? I mean, what PC did you buy and why is it mid? I'm curious. You're plugged into the graphics card, right? Not the motherboard? Isn't 850 watts low for 7900 XTX? I was like, at this, the AMD chips do not pull a lot of wattage. So it's kind of balanced out by that. But the 7900 XTX still doesn't pull as much wattage as like a 4090 would, and the AMDs definitely don't pull as much as the high-end Intels. What Intel CPU is best partnered with a 4070 Ti Super for 140 feet? 1440
140 feet. The 140 foot dash.
Somebody kill me. Okay. What Intel CPU is best partnered with? Okay, 4070 Ti for 1440p gaming. You know what? I really recommend the 13600K. Like, I just think it's fantastic. Otherwise, 7700 flat, like non-X, highly recommend. I think they stream on other apps, not live for us. It is live for you. We just have a lot of comments.
Yeah, it's not gonna be.
Yeah, sorry,
the
we
moment
got
you hit it.
so many chats right now. We're on 5 different platforms.
Yeah. 1060 Ti. I like how that's spelled.
Something like that. Nah, I would say past the 13700, totally past. 136 is all you'll need. So considering that there are issues with the 14th gen models, I'd probably go with what you suggested.
You're onto something.
13th gen is fantastic. That's all I'm saying. 14th gen will get there. It's just the same thing happened with 13th gen when it first came out, where it just took a while for the motherboard manufacturers to catch up and figure out what settings they needed to not make the CPU cook a chicken. Yeah. My laptop has started to lag while gaming. It's about 1 year old now. I think now I'm done with gaming laptops and would like to switch to desktop. Any tips for that? Approximate cost? Approximate cost, I would say don't look at anything lower than about $1,000. Just because once you start shopping different models there, especially if you get too low in budget, you might run into some of these companies that are like, it's got an i7, but it's got an i7 from like 10 years ago. And they're trying to take advantage of people who don't want to spend, like, you know, don't have the budget for where the entry level kind of is. But check out our Nebula.
Alright, folks. This build is done. This build is done. It is finished. It is complete. Look at it.
Gorgeous, gorgeous.
It is currently going through the hardware handshake, so you'll probably hear the fans speed up and slow down a lot, just because all the components on the PC are trying to get to know each other.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. Hold on, Twitch. Trying to catch up with you. I've always been tech savvy, but my own PC, and now is my first time. I'm switching to a 4K monitor with an RTX 4070 Ti cause overheating of an AMD Ryzen 5 3600 CPU because my CPU is overheating and I have 5 fans in my PC. If it's a small case, possibly that the GPU is outputting more heat, and that's kind of just blowing into your 3600. Especially if you've got just like kind of a tower cooler on there or something. But if it wasn't overheating before and it is now just from upping that GPU, that's kind of a big jump. I'm a little surprised by that. But depending on how big a jump it is for your GPU, it's very possible. Both art games are also huge RAM hogs. They're very unoptimized, barely beta releases for real.
Alright, Zeptos, you in here? Your build is done. Be on the lookout Where's it heading to next?
This PC is done. It's gonna go and get Windows put on it, all the drivers that you need, so out of the box it's ready to go. You can just set up your profile, download your game launchers, you're good to go. We're also going to stress test this, make sure these components work and work under load, and when it passes all that, it'll be headed to you. So watch out for it, and thank you for ordering with us. Enjoy it, Zapdos. Also, like, feel free to come back and, like, chat with us. Like, we're here. TikTok where this dude forgot to turn off his PC and tried plugging in a cord and it blew up. Luckily it was edited. Oh jeez. Yeah. I mean, I've seen the magic smoke once or twice in my life, but for as many PCs as I've worked on and just been around, it's pretty rare. Like, very, very rare. Alright, Ego, you are up! Applause. Oh, random fapping, thank you. Sorry, I'm having a hard time catching up. Ooh. Zapdos is the best legendary bird. Agree, and I have I used to be obsessed with Articuno when I was a tot, so but Zapdos is objectively the coolest one. With no 4-time weakness, I mean, come on. Yeah. Articuno for the win. She needs some caffeine. Man, I need some, like, what is that? Like, a button just to pause and, like, catch everything up. What ITX case do you recommend for under 100? Ooh, for under 100, that's kind of tough. Ones that I recommend is also tough because a lot of them have really horrible airflow. Just, it's the nature of the form factor if you want something small. But they'll look fantastic. So, like, the Inwin A1 looks fantastic. Not great airflow, but depending on what like specs you're putting in it, should be fine. Since I played Tarkov and only got 32 gigabytes with you guys, are you saying I should get an extra 32, or does that solely depend on the build as well? It depends on the build. I would say, like, if you got 32 right now, play Escape from Tarkov. It'll probably run totally fine, but I do know that it runs kind of close up there to that headroom. So it's just a matter of, I would probably not run Escape from Tarkov and a bunch of tabs in the background. I probably wouldn't be watching YouTube on the other screen, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think you'll be fine. How's Asus ROG Zephyrus G14? I have a Zephyrus from about 2 years ago. Fantastic laptop, I like it. It gets very, very hot. But that's the problem with like laptops in general, is just because of the form factor, it's really hard to cool. So you're going to encounter that with a lot of them. That's my main issue. Just very hot. Oh, I always forget that we have random commercials on Twitch. Okay, sorry. What's the cheapest PC you guys have? Oh, and then never mind. Okay, cool. I was like, Nebula? We have some older stuff too, though, but that's what I would recommend. Alright, man, did I actually catch up and everyone just kind of, like, cool? Dang, alright. Alright! Excellent. My Zephyrus laptop is awesome, great battery life, nice performance, but it does get quite warm, yeah. It's one of those ones where, when I'm playing Warcraft, I have to, like, put it up at an angle so it just gets full airflow so we can get all of that heat out, or else I run into issues. You get the Peerless Assassin, so that way you can upgrade your CPU and still be able to cool it. Peerless Assassin is a good option. Be True, also a good option. If I do end up buying another 32, should it be the same brand, everything, etc. that I got with you, or something that reads similar? Exact same everything. There's the chance that if you got different ones that they might still play nice, but for the most part, it's like putting like two hamsters in a room together. Like they're gonna fight. Hamsters will do that if you didn't know. But yeah, you're gonna want like same brand, same timings, same memory size. Coolest running 360 AIO. Ooh, okay, so right now it kind of seems like all the like cooling manufacturers have figured out how to kind of make everything run well. So I'm not really seeing like big differences between AIOs like I used to. That being said, I really liked any of the ones that come with that little VRM cooler. So like Inwin has one, it's like a VR something or other, that has like a little blade. We call it the squirrel mincer because you don't see the blade when it runs, and it just like calls for you to put your hand in it, which would hurt. Don't do that. Thermaltake has one like that. Enermax has one like that. I guess I would think more about like what's in your budget, and then when you look at what's in the budget there, what seems most reliable. Okay, thank you guys for everything, seriously. You are very welcome. I was just wondering if it's possible to get to a bigger tower, or is everything attached? Attached to the tower it's in? Nah, you're fine. Working on a gaming PC the other day that ran fine until I started to stress test it, where it would immediately cut itself off. I suspected it was a CPU cooler, and I think that was part of the problem, but in replacing it, I also noticed that the PSU was set to 230 to 115. Would a PSU here in the USA operate normally until pushed hard if it was set to 230? I thought that would make it unstable at any workload. Ooh, that's interesting. Yeah, because like you're supposed to set it to the, but it was still running when it was set to the 230. Wait, hold on. Well, yeah, Keith, but but they're asking if that would be like some of them have that. Gosh, that is very interesting. Yeah, I imagine that might be your problem. Did you switch it, and then what happened? How much is this build? One moment, and I can get you it. Can I get a PC? How do you choose winners? These actually aren't giveaways. So basically, we have a custom builder on our website. If you order through our custom builder, you can have it built live on stream for free. So that's what we do on these streams. No giveaway right now. Okay, build stream. This build is 2.2. Okay. Audio's low? Ooh. How's Cali? Lovely. Hot right now, but lovely. I bought my only 2 game PCs from y'all. Both were great. Awesome, love to hear that. What's the difference from 144 to 240 hertz? I mean, you might notice a bit of a difference, but at about 200, I usually say about 200 like frames per second. You stop kind of being able to notice really any difference above that. It is important for like esports gamers and stars where that like little bit extra comes in really handy, but you probably wouldn't notice much of a difference. But basically, hertz roughly translates to frames per second that you'd be able to get. So, at max. Sorry, I tuned off and didn't hear if my question was answered. Do all custom builds get streamed? No. Not all custom builds. You have to specifically click the build live on stream option. And it does sometimes delay your PC a bit because we have to wait for the next build stream. And if our next build stream is like full, it kind of gets kicked onto that. So far that hasn't really been much of a problem. But now that we're on 5 platforms, it might become fun. Yeah. What do you think about this build? This is a good build. Yeah, this is an absolutely beastie build right here. I think you're going to have a good time with this. I felt very dumb that I didn't notice it was on 230 until I had changed the cooler. That's all good. Like I said, not a lot of those power supplies have those like buttons anymore. It's like kind of an old thing, so I wouldn't even think to check that really. Can I have a free PC? No. Yeah, I would not use any PSU that has a 220, 110 switch. Quality PSUs nowadays are auto sensing. And yes, a switch to 220 volts could work, but it's going to cause problems. The PSU's going in the electronics recycling bin. Nice, I'm getting the Prism 3 i9 from you guys soon. Oh, awesome. Very good choice. I built the PC with one of y'all's cases. Cool. Is it running well? Here's an iBuyPower game PC with a GTX 1060 and 8th gen 4 i5, so kind of old. Yeah. Yeah, that makes more sense. Why is it better to have more VRAM in GPU? Just because games these days are kind of getting more and more VRAM hungry. So it just allows them more rendering power. The worst thing in electronics I've seen is fractal wood burning. Oh, dang. Thinking of building a PC or buying a laptop, what better? Usually with PCs you're going to get a lot more like price to performance. So a desktop and a laptop at the same price point, the desktop will always outperform the laptop. Mainly just because form factor, laptop components are smaller and smaller components more expensive. Also, you don't have that beefy power supply in there, you have that little brick, so power delivery is less. So even if you have a 4070 in a laptop, it's a very different kind of 4070 than the 4070 you would have in a desktop, assuming that you weren't using a laptop GPU in there. So that's usually why I recommend desktops. Obviously though, if a laptop works more for your lifestyle, go for it. What was the last game you played on your PC? Ooh, Sims. I played an old game to be like, is this as good as I remember? And boy, it was not. If you run out of VRAM, then you have to use system RAM. The system RAM is usually slower in terms of shear hertz and to / mega transfers. And it has to go through the CPU, then down the lanes to the PCIe, then the GPU, increasing latency. VRAM is direct from VRAM into your GPU to your screen. True, true. Coolest running 360 AIO, money, issue, pretty please. Oh, what was my best one that I ever tested? Let me think. Oh dang, for a second I was gonna say oh, no, hold on.
Can't ignore the facts. I'm sure they're still on sale somewhere.
No, let me look up my old friend.
I'm gonna look up if they're still even on sale.
Yeah. Inwind BR36 is my rec.
Yeah, it's just downside it's ugly.
You think it's ugly? I think
yeah,
it's so cool.
the fucking blender thing on top of it?
Yeah. It calls for you to put your finger in it and die. I don't know.
Oh, they're still for sale, dude. Oh, wait,
you know, I'm joined on Twitch, but it won't let me comment. Is the system for sale? Well, no, this one was actually ordered from somebody, but you could build this exact same system. Skytechgaming.com, check out our custom builder. Skytech supports education, that we do. Is that why some games require a certain amount of VRAM? I remember my brother trying to play Starfield at one point, and it says GPU didn't have enough VRAM, mostly why I'm giving him my old one. But yeah, that would particularly be why. I wonder if it would... If it increases latency, yeah, you won't have a good time. I just went and looked at it, and the old PSU was a Solitech SL... Wow! Rated at 480 watts. Oh my gosh, replace it with a Corsair CX500. Man, do you remember when 480 watt power supplies were a thing? I don't. Ooh.
Yeah.
What would be the best GPU to build a PC in 2024? I mean, the best
The
GPU?
best GPU.
4090. But it's not necessarily what you need. Ignore my Instagram, so I joined on TikTok. Okay, Frank.
Your chances are worse. Oh, it's Frank?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like, oh, Frank, you should jump over to YouTube with this. This gets on all platforms. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I have the same case for my rig. It's a good one.
Yeah. I was gonna say, bro. TikTok's like the #1 ignored.
Yeah. To be fair, Starfield ate up 24 gigabytes of VRAM for breakfast. Game is just not good.
Damn.
All that VRAM and you still...
You know what? I kind of wish I had my $70 back.
You know, I bet you if I played it today, it would probably be a little bit. I'm sure they've done some quality of life changes, and because the hype is done, it's probably better.
I just heard there was a lot of loading screens and
I mean, there's a lot of great games that are hidden behind loading screens, unfortunately.
Every game?
Most games, yes.
Every game.
What's the most significant difference between the King 95 and Omega 2? Different fan
Omega
configuration.
2? Yeah.
Yeah,
the
Omega
aesthetic.
2 is smaller, King 95 is bigger. More fans in the King 95, it's kind of got that style.
Mm-hmm.
I would say go with the one that just aesthetically speaks to you more. Hello, hello. I'm built to build my new PC, but what's better, AIO or air cooling? What's your
AIO.
processor? No, no.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Get locked up.
What is your processor?
Get
What-
locked up. Even your mouth
Dude.
didn't want you to fix your.
Watch, he's gonna end up putting a 3060 on like an
I know he's
an
gonna.
8600 app or something.
I'm scared that he's gonna say like.
Yeah, I know. 7900 X3D? Ah, okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, you probably want to go for an AIO.
Passive
Yeah.
cooling.
Passive cooling. Yeah, I mean, I'd recommend a 360. You can probably get away with a 240 though, depending on what your like game load is gonna be. But,
Even your mouth didn't want you to come out with that sentence.
But you're probably gonna want to go liquid cooling. I mean, you can still do a big air cooler.
Yeah,
If
that's
you were
true.
Cool with that,
Like a huge
like a
one.
Peerless Assassin.
Yeah,
like the
Dark Rock
Noctua.
Pro.
Yeah. Like, it's not uncoolable by an air cooler, that's the good thing about it. Actually, none of the X3D chips are, which is fantastic. You sometimes need a big air cooler. Man, I can only dream of myself having 7900 X3D or 4070 Super. Hey, you know, one day. Although by then the technology would be different, but it would be like the equivalent.
Just make sure not to buy a deep cool air cooler. Oh, why not? Those are the best ones.
Is it ever worth it to buy a used PSU on eBay if it's $40 under retail?
No, $40? Come on now.
Well,
Don't be that cheap.
what's the power supply? Is it like,
That's true.
yeah, I was like, what's the brand, wattage, rating, I guess.
Yeah, it better be like a Seasonic.
Because if it's like a bronze one from like, who knows, like, yeah, I'd probably pass.
to say $40.
But I mean, like, there are used power supplies that are totally fine. I have some at home that I'm just like, for my last upgrade.
For me, it's not even about the power supply itself. It's just like, I have no idea where this came from. Like, just the mystery of what it could entail is what gets me.
VR chat is such a CPU-bound game, but being able to run a full lobby without massive drops because people play with massive 500 plus byte texture memory. Oh my gosh. Dang, so you can like upload your own avatar into that? Like, I don't know. I haven't done a lot of VR stuff because it's just, I like having walls. Like, how much of an overclock is an Intel Core i5-12600K with an Asus dual GeForce RTX 4070 CPU? I guess I don't really know what you mean by overclock, but I mean, honestly, those two don't go too bad together. That's a fine pair. GTX 1650. I feel it. Cooler are you using? We are using a Cooler Master 360 millimeter. Player's dying for a GPU to play Val as my GTX 1050 Ti is giving up. Well, you know what? I was like, I don't know, $200 or $300. You could probably get an upgrade from that. That wouldn't really kill your budget, or like break the bank. That would be a big improvement.
I want to say something mean about Valorant, but I won't. But I won't. But I won't.
I'm here to rein you in. Why not 6,000 megahertz? Why 4070 Super when you have 7900X 3D? Just something that can be fixed to optimize the build, right? I mean, fixed and optimized also means more money. You gotta remember, people have budgets.
Money.
No, it's true. Like,
no, it is true. It's the way you say
people
it.
have budgets and they stick to them for different reasons. Also, if you're playing very CPU intensive games, if that's like your bread and butter, I keep saying it. Sorry.
It's avocado and toast, bro. That's his job.
And having like a beefier CPU is not a bad option at all. Especially because 4070 Super is like a fine GPU. I think it's not gonna have issues. But yeah, I mean, in terms of optimization, you gotta remember, like, you can chase a perfectly balanced system, you can chase a perfectly optimized system, but it comes with more and more money. And oftentimes, you can spend more money than you would need to get basically the same kind of performance. Because let's say your monitor only goes up to 165 Hz anyways, you're not going to benefit from being able to get more FPS if you're already hitting the max that your monitor can sustain. You know what I mean? No, GPUs are damn expensive. Oh,
wait,
I'm sorry.
Wait, go to TikTok. Things are
I know
happening.
that some other markets it's a lot harder. Yeah, wait, hold on, what's happening?
It's
Jeez.
78. Oh my god. And Frank's. For 78, you're shaking. Go
Is
to.
7800 megahertz the same as 7800 MT for RAM? Trying to buy more RAM for Tarkov, can't find on Amazon. You're gonna want, for more RAM for Tarkov, you're gonna want more gigabytes. So go for like a 64 gigabyte kit, not necessarily speed. Do not go for a 7800 megahertz kit right now unless you're willing to underclock it a bit. I haven't seen 7800 megahertz be stable on a machine yet, like consistently.
To quote homie in the chat, your shit ain't gonna post.
Yeah. I can't find the RAM. They are sending with my PC to buy more of it. Did you order a custom through Skytech with that RAM? Yeah. G-Skill Trident Z 32 gigabytes, 2x16 gigs. 7800 megahertz RGB, can't find it. It definitely doesn't have 7800 megahertz. It has like, wait, 32 gigabytes, 218. Oh, yo, you're right. Yeah, you're the one who had that one. Kraken 40, okay. Yeah, Kraken 40 is fine. Just bought a $350 laptop from Best Buy along with Starfield. About to have some fun. Hey! Yeah, that's so funny. Yeah, Frank did test this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably run at 7600.
It's probably gonna. Yeah.
Dang though, Tarkov is still like tapping you out though with that much RAM. I guess I'll just be the first Radiant with a GTX 1050 Ti and Ryzen 3 1200 with 59 FPS. Heck yeah. No, do it. Honestly, it'd be so funny. Because I'm telling you, there are some tryhards with some incredibly maxed out PCs who you're probably just like absolutely wrecking in game. Because you know what? The best gear doesn't make you the best player. You can have 400 frames per second, but you still have to aim. A lot of people can't aim. Why do all your builds only have NVIDIA? Wouldn't AMD be good in most cases? Not all our builds have NVIDIA. We have NVIDIA and AMD builds.
Yes.
Yeah, we actually have ones that are like the AMD Advantage program, where it's AMD CPUs and Radeon graphics cards. But yeah, we sell both, and you can pick from any of them in our custom builder. I'm enjoying the audio responsive thingy on the back while you talk.
Cool.
Yeah, isn't that sick? Yeah, that was a cool custom thing that one of our employees did.
Yeah.
Rate my build. Ryzen 5 4500, GPU is RX 580, 16 gigabytes DDR4, 3200 megahertz.
7 out of 10. It was probably a super killer budget build a couple
Yeah.
years ago.
And honestly, the RX 580 is probably the weakest thing in that. If you upgraded that to even like a 3060 Ti, that thing would still be super viable today. Like,
Wait,
Not saying
Ryzen
that the-
45? Is that a
it's
laptop?
no. It's a more recent one.
Oh, really?
It's basically like a 3600.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, I've tested it before.
What the heck? When did
yeah, so
when did
that CPU is still totally viable.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. The RX 580 though is showing its age.
Damn, I gotta brush up on AM4. There's stuff happening that I didn't even
Yeah.
realize.
Well, everything comes to me, so yeah.
Dude, the I know I keep saying this joke that like AM4 is gonna outlive us,
Mhm.
and like you know how they're like, oh, roaches are gonna be around when the nukes have gone and passed.
Yeah.
Dude, I feel like the PCs that launch the nukes are gonna be running AM4.
Is a Ryzen 5 5600X good with a 4070? Yeah, totally. I was like, again, a little bit more powerful than that CPU, but I don't think you're going to notice any bottleneck. You would have to be, like, completely maxing out that system, too. And the majority of games aren't actually going to be using that whole CPU. Nah, I feel like if we're getting at my lack of knowledge. Don't worry about it. Honestly, it's on us for selling that.
You live and you learn.
I did not tell them to. But also, note this, as BIOS updates come out, I would BIOS update your motherboard, it will get more stable. And at one point it will definitely
Yeah,
be
yeah,
stable at
that RAM will
700,
work
yeah.
in.
But DDR5 also, in 4-stick configurations, is tricky. It's not super stable right now, so you might have to clock that down way lower when you have 4 sticks in there. I would just say you can boot it at a certain like speed. If you run to a blue screen, go back in BIOS, drop it down another 200 megahertz, and just keep doing that until you get stability.
Stability.
Thanks, man. That's inspirational. Wishing both of you the very best for
Aw,
your
thank
future
you.
endeavors and good health. And if I'm ascended this act, awesome. Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
it.
That was nice. How long should I wait to order with a 78? Oh, sorry. Should I wait to upgrade with a 7800 X3D and an RX 7900 XTX? A long time. You are so
Oh,
good.
dude, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you just upgrade?
Yeah, I wouldn't even think about upgrading for another 2 years at least. And that's if you want to be on the bleeding edge. Rate this build. CPU, Ryzen 5 5500, GPU Intel Arc A750, 16GB DDR4, 3600 megahertz. Honestly, that's a better build.
Yeah.
Yeah, the A750 is not a bad GPU. At least for like the budget price point, it's better than the RX 580.
A little more modern, solid.
Yeah. I have a 1660 Ti, and I was planning to go to a 4080 Super, but I read that 4070 does the same job for less money. Is that true, or should I go straight to a 4090 instead?
Don't do 4090.
Yeah, I want to go to a 4090.
4080 Super, I mean, if you got it like that, if your power supply can handle it,
Yeah.
I don't know, 1660 Ti, what power supply do you have?
Yeah, that's also a good point. But yeah, 4080 Super is not I wouldn't say is doing the same job as the 4070, but if you're not going to be playing on like a really high resolution, it's not really worth it.
That too.
Like, yeah, you might get more frames, but you would have to have a pretty like high-end monitor to even take advantage of that. I would go for a 4070. But 4080 Super over 4090 easily.
Yeah.
Sonic
Yeah,
X
like
series.
if you want to ball out, 4080 Super.
Sonic X Series 850 watt, 80 plus, gold, fully modular. It seems high end. Yeah, shoot. Okay, yeah. If that one was used, and especially if you could find it used, and you had some kind of guarantee that when you built with it, it would work, and if it didn't, you could send it back. I would.
Yeah, exactly. If it doesn't work and you can send it back, then yeah, why not?
This might be a dumb question, but is there a big difference between the Intel i7 14700K and F? Not a dumb question at all. They don't really make it very obvious, but the main difference is that the K, when it has a K, it stands for overclockable. When it has an F, it means that it does not include integrated graphics on the CPU itself. So if you have a dedicated graphics card in your machine, the F chips are like totally fair game. Basically a really good option because sometimes they're a little bit cheaper, and you'll never use that integrated graphics. But really, that's like the only difference. It should be basically the same chip. When they put an F on the chip, it basically means that they tested it like a regular 14700K, and after it was built, the iGPU failed. So the F actually stands for failed iGPU. The chip itself is totally fine, but the iGPU failed. Interesting, right?
Thank you, Thugnificent, for sharing the live. Very much appreciated.
Thank you. Price, 2.2K. Forgot what power supply I have, but I built it like 5 years ago. I'll have to check. Yeah, if you're going to be upgrading your GPU, you're definitely going to want to make sure that your power supply is going to have enough wattage to handle that.
Yeah.
Thanks for answering my question. You are very welcome. You guys are awesome. Thank you.
How do I buy? Go to our website. All the info is on there.
Let's go, my boy Ego's build. Hey! Got the homies in the chat. Love that. Got the best PC. Also got the worst aim imaginable. I'm telling you, man. There's like the Augustus Gloops of the world out there who are just like, not Augustus. Who was the one who was like rich? Farouk Assaults of the world, just being like, Daddy, I want a 4090, and you're like, Baruka, I'm telling you, you'll never get past bronze. And she's like, but I want it now. Yeah. Oh my gosh. That's a parody that needs to happen. Man, I really just feel like Rodal wrote that book because he was like, man, those freaking kids, somebody, like, what if there was some karmic justice and there was just a guy who was like, I'm gonna get the most rotten, spoiled kids possible in my factory where nobody can hear them scream.
Goddamn.
Like, for real. Do not touch your PC during a BIOS update, and do not update a BIOS if the power may go out. True. The PC that starts the nukes will never have AM4. They use floppy disks.
That's true.
What does the X and 3D mean then on AMD CPUs? X kind of just means, like, faster than the non-X version. It's a little higher clock speed. Because AMD chips, they're basically all overclockable. 3D means that it has a 3D cache on it. So it's a virtual cache on it. It's basically very, very good. Is that the integrated graphics is hard to replace when it fails on the chip?
No. Well, yes.
Well, it's like
no, yeah, technically.
Yeah,
yes.
they don't want to throw the whole chip out, you know, because like it works perfectly fine and they're expensive to make, you know. So just sell them as F chips.
Yeah, the rest of the chip is so
The
good.
concept of Fabian turned into a marketing video. I mean, the whole like point of it would basically be like, you don't need that expensive PC. You just need to be kind and aim. And like, I love that message, but like, would the company like the message of
they
being
want
like,
no.
You don't need that 4090.
Yes, you do. Buy two, in fact.
Should totally slide 4070. Nah. I think my next GPU upgrade will be a 6800 XTUs, but I have a 600 watt power supply. I looked up how that isn't enough, so that's why I wanted to buy that Seasonic 850 watt used for 50. I see what you mean.
Okay.
I'm thinking for $50, yeah, that ain't a bad deal.
Damn, yeah, that's pretty good. Miss you too, buddy.
Congratulations, you received 100 messages a day with Restream chat. Yo!
Cool.
Awesome. Intel Arc A750 is better than 3060 in some games? I wouldn't necessarily say that. I think the 3060 is better than the A750, but the A750 is definitely better than the RX 580. And A750 is just cheaper than 3060, so if you're willing to kind of have the little difference, it could be a much more budget-friendly option.
And it's modern, with a warranty.
I just subbed and gonna be there for every live. Really enjoyed your content and the humbleness from both of you. Oh,
thank you.
Thank you so much for the sub. Yeah, we'll be here. Hopefully we'll be steady on YouTube now too, so yeah. It's cool. We end up having like little regulars on every platform, so we really appreciate it. Just on my build, I have an i5 12 600KF, an ARC A770, 16 gigabytes of DDR4. Got them all brand new at Micro Center, plus a motherboard for like $450 US. Pretty good deal. Oh, that is a really good deal. Yeah, I was like, that's a nice machine right there. The A770 is not bad. And yeah, 12600KF, solid. The ARC, any good GPU? If you're looking at like something budget oriented, I do think the ARCs are something to at least consider. They're getting better with every support update. And yeah, they're very competitive on price.
Yeah, and it's new hardware with a warranty.
Starting build here, planning on only have APU, CPU on low mid-range at first. What would you guys suggest in both Intel and AMD? Okay, so basically only having a CPU, so like not GPU, like running off of integrated graphics. In which case, low to mid-range. That's a little tough then. What is it? Do the X chips have integrated graphics? A 7600X probably be a good step. Posture check. Ooh.
That feeling when I spent $20,000 on custom LASIK surgery, got 20/15 vision, still can't see 480. Damn,
Ooh.
My MLG career is ruined. That sucks.
Yeah.
Damn, $20,000 on LASIK.
Jeez. Isn't that CPU combo a bottleneck? Nah, not really. If you need the productivity of the CPU or you're playing CPU intensive games, GPU's fine. Again, like, don't focus on bottlenecks. The only time a bottleneck is ever going to really be noticeable is if you're pairing incredibly outdated hardware together, or something like an i3 with a 4090. And even then, if you play on 4K, like, you'll end up using a lot more of the GPU than you'd think would be possible. What's the highest GPU you would recommend for an i5 13400F and 1440p? For 13400F, 4070 Ti Super. I love you guys' PCs. I got mine a while ago, and it's been holding out. Nice.
Thank you.
Hi from Mozambique, Africa. I love your content. Keep pushing.
Yeah,
Hey, shout out to Mozambique. I love that. I love when we get to do that. Where are you guys from? We are in Ontario, California. I know, you probably thought we were going to say Canada. But Ontario, California. It's inland. What do you guys think about the Acer Predator A770? I love the look of it, actually. I like yoinked it for a little build I was doing here in the office, because I think it looks fantastic. I love blower cards, though. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, fantastic. I actually like it better than the Intel version.
Dang.
Well,
Was that Intel?
It was a little...
Acer?
No. So, it was like Intel did their own, and like, it looked strangely professional, but it also, like, kind of looked a little cheap, and like, it doesn't have any screws, so you're like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I do like the Acer actually better for that.
Do you know who does their, like, OEM cards? Is it Acer or is it somebody else?
No, well, I mean, Acer does one of theirs.
They do their own.
Yeah. What's y'all's best PC under 1200? Nebula. Bought my first pre-built PC for you guys, and I love it. I'm more than satisfied. It has a Ryzen 7 7800X3D and a 4070 Ti Super. Thanks for all you guys do. Oh, you are very welcome.
It's not.
Love it. That's a good. That is a good build right there. Intel's been pretty competitive lately. Yeah, a lot of people kind of like wrote off the ARC series, but I'm kind of curious to see what they do. I don't understand why they even made the 14th gen chips. Like, is there seriously a difference between i3 12100F and 14100F? No. I understand why they made it, but I don't know if I can talk about that. But yeah, 13th gen is the one that I consider the most just in a good place right now. And again, it didn't start there. It started like where 14th gen is, but now that 13th gen is kind of like, you know, tamed, it's really hard to go back to like blazing hot 14th gen. Do you have different nebulas or am I tweaking? Yeah, we definitely do. So different kind of SKUs there. I would check and see which one kind of works best for your budget there. But yeah. Because a nebula kind of just denotes case and kind of price point. It's honestly kind of funny that 3 main GPU brains are red, green, and blue balanced as all things should be. Yeah.
Yeah,
what
shout
was
out
it?
friends.
Ingress? Was that what was the game? Before Pokemon Go? They had red, green, and blue, whereas Pokemon Go was red, yellow, and blue. It's fine.
Oh wait,
I'm going on a tangent. Just noticed y'all live stream came over from Instagram. Everything looks pretty good. Can't wait for my Omega 2. Awesome! Yeah, we're all over the place now. Are we missing any kind of streaming platform? Kick. That's it.
That we don't need that one.
Yeah. Please help my computer CPU working fine, but no display. I changed CMOS, but nothing happens. What will it be? Okay. So here's what I want you to do. It's on. You're getting no display. Hit the power button just once. Just like boop. If it goes off after a couple of seconds, that means that you're in Windows, but something is up with your monitor or your GPU to monitor. It's not getting to that signal. The computer's turning on. It's getting into Windows, but you're not getting a signal onto your monitor. If it doesn't do anything, that means the system isn't posting. So there's something wrong in the hardware, in its little like handshake where it's checking on the RAM and the CPU and stuff like that, where it's running into an error and it's not able to post or go into Windows. If it turns off immediately, then it's in the BIOS, and that's a totally different thing. I gotta go have fun, guys. Thank you. But yeah, do that for me and then tell me what happens. How do I check the different nebulas? I'm on y'all's website, but I only see one. It's like we also sell on Amazon, but we might actually be kind of low on them. They're very popular. But feel free also to kind of like browse what else is in that price point there. I think, what is it, Blaze 2 Mini? Or not Blaze 2 Mini, Blaze Mini? Blaze 4 Mini? Blaze 4 Mini, thank you. So many numbers. Also might be in that price point. I still recommend the Nebula over that though, just it's a better case. I'm still using a 2060 and a B450 with Ryzen 5 4650G. Which component should I upgrade? I would recommend upgrading your CPU and motherboard. Well, no, hold on. B450 will still work on that, so. That's a tough one. Kind of depends on how far you want to upgrade. But I would say your CPU, probably your motherboard in addition to that, or just upgrade on the B450. But yeah, and then I would wait for a GPU upgrade until that is done. How often do you guys stream? We are here every Wednesday and Friday, as long as we have builds to build. Yeah. Anyone here play with 60 Hz monitors? Probably more people than they would like to admit. Or more people than they realize.
That never changes.
I always wonder how many people get like a really beefy PC and then plug it into like a 60 Hz monitor and are like, yeah, I see no difference. And
Nah,
like,
how many people get a really nice monitor and never change the settings?
oh, yeah. Is a 3060 or 3050 good? My friend is a certified 3060 hater and I'm on edge. I think the 3060 is a really solid like entry point, midpoint. Like it plays most games totally fine. Obviously there's certain games that are more roughly intense where it's going to struggle a bit more, but I think it's solid. I bought a Blaze 3 about 2 years ago with a Ryzen 5 3600 and 1660 Super. What process should I do to upgrade both my CPU and GPU? Ryzen 5 3600 and 6060 Super. I would upgrade your GPU first, because the 3600, it's a solid 6-core. Unless you're going to something like really, really beefy GPU-wise, you're not going to notice any kind of issue with that, and you'll be able to benefit. Yeah. I play with 59.98 Hz, like, what the... I mean, you know, as long as you're winning. I hear it's bad to mix modular PSU cables with other modular PSUs. Is that true?
It is very bad.
Absolutely.
Don't ever do it.
Yeah, never ever put a modular PSU cable onto a power supply that it did not directly come from. You will have a bad time. At best, it won't work. At worst, and more likely, it'll pop it.
Yep.
Yeah. CPU first. I'm gonna go by this way. Thank you. You're very welcome. Having a Ferrari, you got all the speed, but you're driving through heavy traffic. Yeah. How long do you think it will be before more people actually start taking Intel seriously in the GPU market? Sometimes it even feels like AMD isn't taken seriously, since most people use NVIDIA. I'm thinking by the time they release the next like batch of them, people are gonna realize that like they're in it, you know, like they're not pulling out. Because I was seeing a lot of articles that were basically like, oh, Intel's gonna abandon the ARC cards, and I mean, I've been involved in the development of them, not the development, but you know, I've been there while this whole thing is kind of unveiled, so I think a lot of the like tech talkers and stuff like that were really writing it off when like, no, they're gonna keep making GPUs. Yeah. The interesting thing though is that the Intel cards are actually taking away from AMD's market, not so much NVIDIA.
Dang.
People who buy NVIDIA keep buying NVIDIA. People who buy Intel are usually people who would have otherwise bought Radeon. So yeah, that's
Dang.
the interesting thing though.
It's like those voting lines.
Question, is the Core i5 still good enough to do 3D stuff if I have good specs? Yeah, and I mean, completely depends on the i5. If we're talking like 12th, 13th, 14th gen i5, yeah, totally. 13600K is fantastic. But yeah, completely depends on the i5. If we're talking like 10th, 11th gen, nah. Love AMD. I think NVIDIA is too expensive. I'm kind of in that boat. I mean, I'm gonna go for the better price. I don't need all the fancy stuff. I just asked so many questions about the 4060 Nebula. Good. I don't know much about PC, so checking with professionals. LOL. Yeah, no, I think that's a really solid like jumping off point. I think you're gonna have a good time with that. Be able to play most games without really any issue. Yeah, fantastic. For that price point, I think that's a really good one. What would you guys recommend for a 550 PC build? Oof. Some used parts.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, 550 can be a really tough, price point, because at that point, you're actually kind of better off going for a console.
Yeah,
like,
that's real
straight up.
firm PS5 territory.
Yeah. I'm in the local AI community running AI on my own PC, and a single 3090 PC is the price of entry basically. Single 4090 is a bit better, but most people seem to be running multiple GPUs like 4090 and 3090 or dual 3090 or dual 4090 or server GPUs with lots of VRAM. True. And when I have to stress really heavy power supplies, it's just like me putting a 4090 and then like a 4070 Ti and my chunkiest CPU and running that through a render. Yeah. Thinking of upgrading to a PC, upgrading my PC to a 750 watt NZXT H7R7 5700X, 32 gigabytes of RAM for the GPU, RX 6750 XT. The only part I don't like about the RX 6750 XT is how they raised their price from around 260 to 311. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can't really judge because I bought the 6750 XT when it was basically new for like 550 and ow.
Damn.
I will say it's a pretty good card, but yeah, it going up in price. I mean, if you're building on your own, like, and you got the time, maybe wait it out and see if it drops again in price, because they can kind of fluctuate. Now, the thing that sucks about that is there's no guarantee that it will go down necessarily. Whew. Is Ryzen 7 5700X and RTX 4070 super good combo? Yeah, definitely. When do you guys do lives? All the time. Every Wednesday, Friday. Do you guys mind giving an opinion on my build if I provide something to look at my order? Genuinely curious now.
Nah, you just put the specs. It'll be faster.
Yeah, I was like, either put the specs, or if you want to look at like your exact build, live chat might be able to actually help you out with that a little bit better. You know that Ryzen 5 3500 CPU only had 6 cores with only 6 threads? Yeah. Dang. I mean, a good 6 core is good, but, you know, one expects hyper-threading. By the 4070 Super and not the TI Super. 4070 Super is probably just what works for them. it's a really good card. TI Super is obviously better, but about 8%. No, wait, hold on. TI Super would be a bit better than that. 10, 12%. I come back again. The legend of the one and only, aka the guy who needs a free PC. You know what? You're so darn charismatic about it that I can't even be mad at you. Can you assemble a good tower with a budget of 1,000, no more, no less? You could probably get something decent for that. Like, you could definitely build a PC for $1,000 flat. Okay, probably not the most, like, cutting edge. You're gonna have to trim fat somewhere, but you can make it work, definitely. Is Ryzen 700 X470 super good? Yep. I built a PC with a used GPU and everything else new. The total was 410.
Nice.
Oh, nice. What specs and graphics card would you slap on there? RAM and memory? Ooh, I would have to look at the price of things, but I mean, you're probably looking at like a 6-core 3060 or 4060 or like 6700 XT, 16 gigs of RAM. Handy.
Just want to hear chats.
Yeah, lots of chats.
How many chats do you have? More?
Is it true that the 5060 will have 8 gigabytes of VRAM? Possibly. I don't know anything about 50 series, and that's like genuinely not me like being like hee hee, I can't tell. But like I genuinely don't know anything about 50 series. I wouldn't be surprised if there was an 8 gig like VRAM one, which that would kind of suck. But the clock speeds will likely be much faster than on the 4060, so you get some benefit in that. It's 1:15 a.m. right now in my country. Oh dang. Well, it's 3:15 over here. Someone posted one of those memes, someone changing their monitor settings and getting like 100+ comments of people saying that it actually helped them unlock the full potential of their monitor. Yeah! Stuff like that can be really helpful. How do you know what motherboard you have? I mean, sometimes you can see the model name on the motherboard itself. If you can't, here's what you do. I gotta make sure that saying is right. Prompt. Yeah, okay. So what you can do is, you can search in your little Windows box there, type CMD. It's going to bring up the command prompt. You're going to launch that. In the command prompt, you will type ms, like ms info 32, and that'll give you your entire specs of your machine, including your motherboard's name. And that's a pretty good way of finding it. It'll be under baseboard product. Yeah, or you can do the systems. I guess I just love using a command line. Two different B650 motherboards have different amounts of M.2 slots because getting a secondary storage might be something I consider in the future. Ooh. Yes, so they do have different slots. Some have 2, some have 3, some have 4. So it kind of just depends on whichever one you have. But you can also get an M.2, like a PCIe card that you plug in that has more M.2 slots on it. That is a possibility. First Windows key types this info into. I like how we did 3 different methods of getting this. Right on the side of big product. We have now given 3 ways. That's so funny. Man, this is why I'm terrified to take the CompTIAs. Because I'm like, how do you do this? And it's like, well, there's several ways you could do this. But what's the way that CompTIA wants you to do it? Every time I get a stream like this, I get artesian builds flashbacks. Why? We're not them. I'm not Lisa. That's a very obscure reference. But what do you think 4070 cards will drop in price at all? Probably not until next gen's out. Honestly, I mean maybe a little bit, but not significantly until then. outside for 30 minutes. I got 10 mosquito bites. Why? I'm so sorry. Man, I could like sit outside for a good like 20 minutes and not get a single mosquito bite.
Dang, they don't think your blood's very good.
Yeah. There's just no water in the desert. CompTIA is easy, you do fine. I'd have to do so much studying, but yeah, I probably should.
He said I could bite that girl, but then I would need a drink after.
Just wondering if it doesn't specify which B650 board is in the pre-built on your website. Yeah. So, yeah, it completely depends. Eat a banana recently. The female mosquitoes are the ones that bite, and they look for high potassium for their eggs. Oh, I'm always getting Charlie
Dang.
horses. That must be why.
Low potassium.
Yeah. Guess we can't really specify. It depends on what B650. He's correct. Is that a wig on the PC? A warning to Gamers Nexus Steve?
A warning?
No, it was from when I was Bob Ross, but everyone thought I was Ice Spice. Yeah. Just curious, when a 650 watt bronze name brand PSU is totally enough for 80% of the builds, why brands, YouTubers push the idea that you need a 50 watt gold at least? It's just lying. Well, okay.
Bronze is irresponsible. I'm gonna just say that.
True, it's irresponsible. But also, so like, we here in California, and anybody who wants to sell in California is bound to this thing called the CEC. So there's energy compliance standards that we have to do. That is why, like, even if we wanted to, and if we could, we probably would be selling them because you can get them cheaper. We cannot sell anything lower than a gold rated power supply. And it's because of the efficiency. They want to make sure that your computer isn't just taking unnecessary electricity from the grid, basically, while you're letting it just run idle. It's a whole thing. But if you knew our power situation, the heats, you would understand. So a lot of them have basically moved completely to gold because that's what you kind of just need to be compliant. And then, yeah, as far as, like, wattage, yeah, you don't necessarily need 850 watts for most builds, but a lot of the Intel chips, like the 13th and 14th gen, once you get to, like, even 13.6 and up, those pull a lot of wattage, and it completely depends on the motherboard. So some of them will only pull about, like, 200 watts. Some of them will pull as much as 370 watts. I've seen it myself. So it's kind of one of those things where you want that extra assurance. We don't ever want you to be, like, really butting up against that, because then if we have you calling us and being like, hey, my PC's shutting off during this one game, and we have to send you a whole new power supply, that sucks. We don't want to have to do that. So it's mostly that components did get a lot hungrier. Newer GPUs, especially the NVIDIA ones, are also super hungry. And part of it is kind of pushed, but it is also kind of nice to have that headroom if you want to upgrade something in the future, because then you don't have to worry about upgrading your power supply. So that's the other kind of leg of that. Love your content, thanks. You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for the compliment. Did ZTT diss you with the 3050, 13400 Amazon build? Yeah, and I was like, oh man, I could eat this whole thing up and leave no crumbs. But I'm kind.
You not even.
No, to me, it's all about calling the nebula ugly. Like, how dare you come for my child?
You think you'd have
You didn't have to call it ugly.
You're not even the fart.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Also, I have a lot of feelings about the, like, why would you look at how uneven this is for you upgrading a PC? You should get a balanced PC to upgrade. If it's balanced, what would you ever upgrade about it? Oh, the RAM and the storage? Things you could upgrade on.
No, that's not an upgrade.
Like, if you added an NVMe to your system, I would not call that an upgrade. I would call that you're adding more storage because you need it. But, you know, I digress. Do you stream on other platforms? If so, do you use OBS?
Unfortunately, all of them.
Yes, we do, and yes. Want to ask you quick, QS, why does my PC suddenly shut down and the CPU lamp and my motherboard is still on? Ooh, interesting. Okay, so the PC shuts down, but the CPU light is on. Okay, that actually, is it an AIO that you have? Because there's some AIOs that for some reason they just like glow after they turn off. It's very weird.
Are they saying the CPU indicator light? Like the 4 little traffic signals?
Yeah, I was also wondering that, because like CPU lamp, when the PC is completely off.
Man, that could also be the RGB.
But your motherboard will actually be getting power sometimes even after your system is off, just because of the residual from the power supply being plugged in and being plugged into the wall. If you wanted that to just like have no power going to it, You could turn off the power in the back of it, but that's about it. How goes AMD compared to Intel? Very good. You really can't go wrong with either. Thanks for the great answer. You're welcome. Oh yeah, and I also love the this our product to be like, you should buy instead of this.
Oh yeah,
buy
buy
mine.
our product instead.
Yeah, buy mine. That's a unbiased opinion.
Don't buy prebuilds, but buy from me.
Yeah, buy my pre.
But
buy my
also
prebuilds.
the idea of this CPU can handle a much bigger GPU. Yeah, but not everyone's budget can. Like, you should buy a more expensive
Why are
computer.
you buying a $700 PC?
You heard it from me, folks. Don't go into crazy debt for a computer. Again, higher up probably doesn't want me to say that, but I'll say it. Be responsible.
It's fine. You'll see.
I have a lot.
It's fine. You can say whatever.
Yeah, bro, we know they don't watch this.
Like,
We actually don't know, but we suspect.
Artesian Spills was more dude bro and giveaway. Did giveaways
More
constantly. Yeah.
dude, bro. I need that Star Killer jacket.
Yeah.
Or no, what the hell is his name?
Star-Lord.
Star-Lord.
I recommend a buddy to eat bananas to not get bitten by mosquitoes. Well, what I didn't tell him was it was so I don't get bitten, and he does.
You rascal!
That is so
Oh
funny.
my god. That's great. So he didn't ask you like, hey man, why are you not eating bananas? Were you like, did you have to be like, nah dude, I ate all mine at home, I'm ready today?
Happens a lot, and I just removed the RAM and CMOS battery for a while, and it works, by the way. My motherboard is an X570 Gaming Plus, and CPU is Ryzen 7 5800X. Oh, interesting.
I have that motherboard.
Yeah, removing the RAM and the CMOS battery, though, that's very interesting. But otherwise, does it work, fine? Like, anything weird going on with it other than that? I'm curious,
I've never had issues, and it's pretty old.
I am
I
following.
haven't switched
It's just
CPUs
working
more
until it
times.
shut down. Oh, okay, so it's working until it shuts down. Oh, darn. Okay, that is it could be a couple different things though, and that's really hard to kind of quantify. So it could be power supply. Is it happening? Yeah, I was like, is it happening while you're gaming or doing something under load, or is it you could just be browsing the internet and it'll even drop? I unfollowed him a long time ago. I
Dang,
have
thank
double
you,
standards, especially when it comes to tech. I'm learning about tech since 2004. It's my hobby. Don't ruin it. Thank you. Yeah, I agree.
Shout out Phoenix.
And we're really nice. We never throw any shade. We were following them. It kind of seemed like a really uncalled for call out.
Yeah, I know they're usually down. I'm just scared they're gonna ask me.
What's up?
What?
How's it gonna get lunch?
I'm gonna film something real quick.
I need to eat
and
though.
then-
You don't need to eat.
It'll be quick,
You didn't answer.
Okay.
and then
Okay. I was like, is
And
that
I will
before
break
4?
you.
Okay, cool.
yeah, before 4.
Who's okay.
Yeah, it's in my back.
What do you think of Diablo King? California trying to end its license, but the Hoover Dam drying up. It's nice that they were able to stay online for at least a couple more years. Yeah, I actually don't know anything about that. This is my first time really hearing about it. I'll have to look into that.
Dang.
Do you think Phenom X3 B750 is a good pick for a GT610 in terms of bottlenecks? Honestly, I have no idea. I was like, that's a little far from my scope. That's a little too old.
Yeah, we discussed GPUs from this century here.
I'm sorry. No, I
Just kidding.
understand though that in other places too, it's really hard to get good or newer components at a good price. So if that's what you're working with, that's what you're working with. But yeah. Do you guys have a Discord server? That we do.
Yep.
Our link for it though is on the Twitch.
Yeah.
Go
on Twitch and type in exclamation mark Discord.
Can you just search Discord though for things how do we? But we definitely have one.
Yeah, we definitely have one.
Yeah, it works fine. Sometimes I feel a little glitch when rendering on Lumion. My PSU is 650 watts, 80 plus, GTX 1660 Super. Okay, so it's probably not it's probably not your power supply unless your power supply is actually going out. This is so weird. I had a similar issue to this way back before I really knew much about computers. And yeah, I would just be in the middle of doing something. PC would shut off, but it was like the screen shut off almost. Like the PC was still going. Fans were spinning and all of that, but like it would not respond to anything. It was very strange.
What did it turn out to be?
Well, I was running Linux at the time and I went to Windows and it went away.
Oh,
So
possibly
I'm
drivers?
assuming it was just like some kind of damaged infrastructure in the system, you know. Or a really crazy driver
I'm assuming
issue.
it was the computer just doing stuff.
Well, yeah, I mean, like something wrong with the OS, like in its structure, and like you know, something got corrupted, and it was just like, I'm taking us all down.
Yeah.
Sometimes those YouTubers spend extra $100 just to make the build look better for videos. Doesn't add to performance. So true. The welcoming atmosphere around your company and streams definitely influenced my choice in the PC here. It'll be a beast. Awesome, I love hearing that.
The mustache? Gaslighting like a madman? What did I do?
It's cheaper to go higher on CPU for future uses than it is with GPU. That is true. Recommended it to him the next time we met outside. We had eaten bananas before. CTT call you out just recently. We watched it like literally right before the stream and it was like, ow.
You know the funny thing is, I saw the video like come up on my For You page and I like skipped past it because I was like, oh, this looks boring.
It's a very weird take. I don't agree with.
It's a yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I had that same problem with PC running but no display working. How did you solve it? Okay, it's really annoying to do this because, yeah, I had to do the same thing too, where I had to like pull out my RAM and like completely drain like the whole motherboard to try and get it to post again and give me a signal. It's annoying. If you could back up the things that you have next time you get into the PC and maybe do a clean Windows install and see if that helps. If it doesn't, I would assume, I still, because it wasn't a power supply issue for me. I would try a clean Windows install if you can do that. Again, super annoying, I know, but I'd be curious if that helps it. Because yeah, that was an incredibly annoying issue to have too, and I couldn't find really resources for it online, or anything that was like consistent or worked consistently for people.
Alright, folks, this build is done. It is
Beautiful.
Oh man, I thought I sent the the squirrel flying. It is done. It is finished. It is complete.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Alright, you go. This PC is done. It's gonna go and get Windows put on it, all the drivers that you need, so out of the box it's ready to go. You can just set up your profile, download your game launchers, you're good to go. We're also gonna stress test this, make sure these components work and work under load, and when it passes all that, it'll be headed your way. So get hyped for it, and thank you for ordering with us.
Hi.
Did you guys get my message? If you did a DM, that would go to Fabian.
Yeah.
So that will probably not get checked until after stream.
Yeah.
Discord just go no working. Oh, Discord's not working anymore on the.
Same spots.
Oh, the link probably expired.
Oh, boo.
Hey, yay. What's poppin'?
What's happening? I helped Ego Crasher build this PC. Is this gonna be a killer PC? Oh yeah, it is gonna be
Awesome.
a killer PC.
Yeah.
Just found the CT video. Wow, we call out. What a bad take. I know, right? Like, the take was good.
Bro,
They brought it up.
Or do you want to do it from here? Because last time we cut.
Like, do all the specs go hand in hand?
What?
Oh yeah, no, I think this will be totally fine. I think you're gonna have a good PC right here.
After Juan comes back.
While playing Valor, we're rendering, the screen
you want
freeze,
me in the
everything's
background or
working, but no
We're gonna ask you a
signal on
question.
monitor.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the exact same
redo
issue
mine.
I had.
I figured out why I call it that.
Okay.
And you know what's so weird? I've never encountered that issue another time in my like entire career, but I had that issue with my PC, exact same one. I could hear the game playing in the in the sound at least for a little while.
So I'll give you good visuals.
But after my graduation. Oh, gotcha.
Hey, really quick. GIF or GIF?
GIF.
What the hell? GIF!
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
You're a GIF guy? Hell yeah. Come here, bro.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Are you the only person in here? Oh, that's why.
It's like,
alright,
I don't
bro.
even know you.
Okay. I don't even know what's happening anymore.
Yeah.
He's the only other person that said GIF. Don't worry, Handy. I got your
I'll
back.
come break you, actually. I'll come break you in a second.
Okay, yeah, you're good.
I got your back, dog. Don't worry.
That was a good one, yeah.
I guess it was.
Very, very cool. Love the banter and being able to watch the whole process. Yeah, we like to think that we bring a certain je ne sais quoi to the building world. The inventor of the GIF file types GIF, so I say GIF. That is true. They did say that they call it GIF. But people...
Yes, exactly. Yes.
People
Did
can
you
be
invent
wrong.
something? You can call it whatever the fuck you want. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter though what you call it if everybody else calls it something else.
That's also kind of true.
Yeah. Touche, touche. Yes, I can hear the game too. So did you just change the windows? Yeah. So I actually, when I encountered this issue, I was running on Linux. And I went to a fresh Windows install, and that completely fixed my problem. So I'm thinking it was either like a damaged driver or something damaged in the OS's like structure itself. But clearly, same issue on both those OS's here. But I do kind of wonder if you did a clean OS install, if it's a bad driver or something weird is installed onto there, it might clear it and might get around that.
Alright, folks. Next one. Next and last one.
Gosh, it's so like you and one other person have brought up this issue before, and it's like it almost gives me anxiety thinking back to it because it was so stressful. I changed my power supply, I changed my GPU, like I did so much, and none of that was the issue. Everything was solved when I did a fresh Windows. There we go. He wanted to know if you guys turn on XMP. That we do.
Yes.
Yep. I noticed the top didn't click. Oh, the top of the case?
Yeah.
Says my brother's PC, it randomly just shut off one day, switched to the PSU, didn't turn on, removed everything, connected to CPU 16 power, nothing. Even tried to use a screwdriver for the power switch. I'm thinking it's the motherboard that's messed up. 16 with that. Everything connected to CPU 16 power, nothing. Interesting. Yeah, it definitely could be the motherboard. Like Worcester. Yeah. Worcestershire sauce?
English sauce.
English sauce.
Easy.
We're on like 5 different stream services at the moment. So it takes a few minutes to get every question. It's a solid build though, great processor, ASUS. Let's go, get it one. Yeah. Okay, did I put the new specs up? I have not. Okay, Eric, here we go. Woo!
Get out of here.
Okay, hold on. There we go.
Everybody started.
Yeah.
Everybody started
Really,
talking about
thank you. Oh, you're very welcome. Let me, if you ever catch us on stream again, and you tried that, let me know if it worked or not. I'm very curious, because if it doesn't, then I'm like, okay, I gotta know. I'm sorry, I really search a lot. No, me too. That's a really tough. Like I said, that was the troubleshoot that stumps me to this day, and I've troubleshot thousands of computers.
You shot computers?
I shot
Shot
so many
computers.
computers. Jail stream on Twitch too. Yep, that's
Yep.
our main one. Okay, sorry. Here's Fabian.
Hi! You guys are gonna see me for a little bit, and then we're gonna have a special guest.
All those nerds say GIF.
Everybody said GIF.
Ugh, dork.
I said GIF. What's up, chat?
And he's probably like, oh, this is the only one.
Yeah, he was definitely
Yeah,
the
I
only
was happy as fuck when I said it.
Bro, his is like the weirdest one.
Why is
Because
it?
everybody's at their desks
Uh-huh.
or near their desk, and Handy was like, "I'm gonna lay down and use the Helldivers blanket or Helldivers flag as a blanket."
Uh-huh.
And so I woke him up. I was like, "Hey, wake up!"
Oh my god.
Zippy! What's that, homie? If you're still here. Can I get one? If you pay for it. Woo woo! New build. Yeah. Which one is this one?
Last one.
This is the last build. What's up, Ian? How you doing? How much is this build? It is...
Like 4,000 something.
Yeah, it's maxed out. So it's Let me see. Where did it go? Hello, ¿dónde estás? Build stream. It is $4,736.90.
Like 5
Before
Gs after tax.
taxes.
Yeah, it was the taxes on that. It was probably in the solid 5 territory.
Yeah, it definitely was like 5.
Yeah.
I usually don't like putting tax whenever I tell people how much the build is because it can be a little bit
it'll
different
vary.
depending on where you live.
Shout out New Jersey, no sales tax. Am I
Jersey.
right? Hell yeah, that's the only ever time you hear me shouting out New Jersey.
What's wrong with Jersey?
So
bro?
enjoy it. It's
What's
not
wrong
New
with-
York. That's what's wrong with it.
Damn. Facts. Good. Watching from my old Skytech I got earlier in the year. Fantastic
yeah.
setup. Let's go. Thanks for the quality y'all put in it. Hey, every single Skytech PC is built with a strand of Juan's hair. That's why
I
it's
don't know
so.
about that. Maybe
That's why it's
sometimes
so
on accident.
perfect.
Hey, no sales tax in Oregon? Yo, what the heck?
That's what's up.
That's what's up. I will have to remember that for my
Quick
next.
challenge. You both have big forearms. Do hand strength challenge. The winner takes stream and the girl. What the heck?
What?
Well, it's not this kind of stream. And Juan would win.
How though? We need a table where we can both. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. We tried.
We tried. Now you got that dad strength. I think you would win. That you got.
My kid's in the well!
Yeah, dude, it just breaks the table.
As for somebody from New York, New Jersey is New York minus all the good stuff, plus more landfill. There
Shout
you
out New York,
go.
baby.
YouTube
Concrete
comment section
jungle,
said it.
land of something where dreams are made of.
What's y'all's Twitch? It is Skytech Gaming Official. That explains why it's a hair's breadth better than the competition. Yeah, there you go. I don't know how to read, but yep.
6.625 sales tax in New. Damn, what? They got sales tax now? It's not even good for that anymore.
Damn.
Do you have the
Ooh.
4 terabyte drive? Yeah, the 4 terabyte's this one.
Let's get a 10. How are you? You lobe us? What does that mean?
You know? Love?
Lobe you too.
Love you too, bro. I mean, lobe. Sorry.
Lobe you too. Dang, Cap got shorter with age? Yeah. Next stream I'm gonna be like this.
Here, I'll be with you down here out of solidarity.
Imagine just having the build stream like this and like,
Secondary storage? Yeah, this is secondary storage.
ow! Bro. My legs are hurting, dog.
From what?
So Monday, I decided, I was like, I haven't done squats in a while. And so, for some reason, I thought it was a good idea to, keep doing squats until I can't do them no more. And
No, he can't walk.
what had happened after that is I can't walk. Yeah. What had happened was... Worth it. These guys are great. I got an Eclipse 4090 a year and a half ago. Runs beautifully. Damn!
Hell yeah. Thank
Appreciate
you, bro. Shout out to you and your Eclipse.
Yeah, I basically wobble, what Kane said. I
Wobble.
Wobble, baby. Wobble,
Wobble,
baby.
wobble.
Wobble, baby. Wobble. Wobble, baby. Wobble. What exactly happened? What do you mean? Like with my legs?
He's old. What do you think?
Bro, I'm 31. About to be 32 this year. I started doing squats, and my body was like, "Hey yo, calm
Cut
yourself,
that out.
Calm
Cut-
yourself.
Yo.
cálmate, way." That's what he said. My legs are not shrinking. I carry kids, like my children.
Damn, they're weighing you down.
Yeah, bro.
You're getting compressed.
Yeah.
Oh. Hey, what's up, brother?
The homie Jif, the Jif brothers.
The Jif brothers over here. Don't worry, bro. It's me and you against the world.
I thought it was my build at first because of the name. Oh, yeah.
Aw.
Sorry, bro. Never skip leg day.
Yeah, never.
Yeah.
31 versus 37. Damn, you old as fuck. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's Kane. I know who he is. He's the homie.
Oh, that's all right. Shout out, homie Kane,
Homie Kane.
Big Daddy Kane. For all the wrestling fans.
Bro, this dude's just gonna keep calling everybody over 30 old until he hits 30.
And once I hit 30, all that ageism shit suddenly disappears for some
Yeah,
reason.
for real. He's like, "Hey kids, we're here to build another PC."
Goddamn.
You're gonna be calling all those 4-year-olds old.
Yep.
40-year-old.
Yeah, and then he's gonna go up. Yeah, he's gonna go up to the 40-year-olds. "Oh, you're 40? Pfft, I'm 30. I'm in my prime."
How did the autocorrect making Juan into long? What?
Long it.
Bop it.
I'm 32.
Spin it.
Look like you're a child. Love you. Hey, I'm 31. Okay, maybe it's because it's the beard. I don't know. When you hit 30, it's all downhill from there. Yeah, 100%. Just kidding. It's not downhill.
Damn.
It's like a different hill. It's a different hill.
It's a different hill. It's a sideways hill.
It's a different hill. Because like around the 30s is when you start becoming like you're the new dad, you know, and then like you get to learn.
now.
You get to learn like how to be a dad, and then the 40s is like, okay, I'm already a seasoned vet.
A seasoned man.
Yeah. 50, I'm pushing grandpa already. Just kidding. Just kidding, Chad. Don't spear me. Different hill with random pains. Yep, exactly. Is a 7800 XPD supposed to run smoothly in games? It's supposed to be
For
one
the
of
most part.
supposed to be one of the best chips in gaming right now. So
Yo, obviously, if you
the
pair
mustache guy is under 30. Yeah,
Hell
mustache
yeah,
guy
yeah.
is under 30. Yeah,
with the mustache.
he's a youngin. The beard guy.
Not for long, sadly. When I'm pushing 38.
Literally, bro. He's not even that much younger than me. What are you, 26?
Yeah, something like that. America is hell. What? Why?
Only 26.
Nah, he's like 27.
No, I'm
Oh,
28.
okay, I was gonna say.
Yeah, he's 28. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah, see, he's basically 30.
No, I'm not, and I'm gonna hold on to that until I am.
You turning 29 this year?
Yeah.
Hey, see, ya casi.
Damn, I know. Yeah, casi.
Ya casi. You're basically only a year from 30, dog.
when did you pre-order your casket?
I started putting in, when I was 15.
Oh, at 15? Goddamn. I figured it starts at 30, but you know.
I'm 45 going on 21. Hey, see, you're still young. You're still young. He's turning 29 this year, just like last year.
Exactly.
No, when I was like you, I was trying to hold on to my.
How old
yeah.
are you?
Andy turned 30 this year.
Oh, damn, dude. All downhill. How does it feel, dude? It's
Been looking into the Blue Montec King 95. Be interested to see how it's built in it. Hey,
Oh, yeah,
there you
dude.
go. It's exactly like this one,
But in blue.
but blue. So you can watch him build in it. Ask him any questions you might have about building in this thing. He'll tell you everything. He's built like 500,000 of them.
Alright. Handy. I don't think you look 30, to be honest.
Nah.
No, no.
So at least you got that going for you.
All right, special guest. You get the chair, sir.
Oh.
Everybody meet.
Hi, everyone.
Do you want to? You're using your real name, right?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Charles or Pickles online.
Or Pickles. You guys
Oh.
might know him as Pickles.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be you.
Nah, bro.
No, Handy. When you said special.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yo, yo,
Everybody
yo.
knows Handy. He ain't special no more.
God damn.
Just kidding.
Hey, yo, fuck
Say
you
what
guys.
up to Charles.
Everybody say what's up to Charles.
Hey.
He might be filling in here and there for Kelsey. So we just wanted to, introduce everybody, to him and to him to chat.
Yeah. So I'm a member of the IT Special Projects team. My role is, helping to design, fabricate, and assemble all of the really crazy artistic custom PCs that you guys can see on various conventions and showcases, and then eventually pretty much all of them are given away. So we've got a couple of cool projects brewing right now. Can't talk about any of them just yet, but we've got the preliminary designs done on some really cool future projects.
Go.
Yeah, do a lot of 3D printing.
Yeah.
And then eventually hand sculpting and painting as well. So,
Dang.
well, I've been doing 3D printing for about 5 years now, personally. But I've been building and assembling and painting models and things since I was pretty much single-digit ages.
Nice.
So when higher-ups found out that this is what I do for a hobby, or one of the big ones.
They went like this.
Yeah, exactly.
Brought him in.
Yeah. They're like, oh, he'd be perfect. He'd be a shoo-in. So,
Yeah.
but, and then I used to work CS, so if any of you have interacted with CS agents before, you might have gotten me in the past.
What happens if their 7800 X3D is running bad and choppy?
Oh, okay. So first thing you want to take a look at is what you're doing with that. I mean, if you are running anything that is, pretty intense, or maybe like a high-level game or something like that, you want to check your game files first of all. So, file integration issues can cause CPU problems like that. You also want to check out, my instinct as an old CS agent and PC technician is to also run some checks on things like your CPU and RAM, just to make sure that everything is working correctly. Beyond that, if you're having any issues with one of our PCs, talk to CS. Our guys are trained to help you walk through issues. They'll guide you, step by step through anything you need to do by hand on the PC itself. And if worse comes to worse, we have ways to help you out beyond that.
How much does this build cost? It is about $5,000 after tax.
Yeah.
Something like that.
That's super.
Oh man, you actually have the worst it ever has been, because usually it was just that Twitch chat in the corner.
Mhm.
But that top right
Mhm.
is Twitch. The one on the bottom is TikTok. The one right in the middle is Instagram, which
Alright.
unfortunately for some reason doesn't scroll automatically. So that's why I'm constantly scroll.
Mhm.
And then in this little window over here, we have YouTube and X.
Oh, okay.
Twitter.
Alright.
Those are all in the same one. For some reason, these two don't come over for some reasons, but it's fine. At least they're there.
I'll figure it out eventually.
Yeah.
So, hi, Austin. So he's got a question about upgrading a motherboard and CPU. Asking about Intel's new GPUs, excuse me. So he's talking about BattleMage. I don't actually have a whole lot of information about the new BattleMage chips. However, I do know that every generation of the Intel GPUs has gotten stronger. They've really upped both their hardware and their firmware game lately. And just over time, every single time they have a service update or a driver update, things are going to get even better and stronger. So they used to be...
Carlo, really quick, the Discord link is in our bio. If you want to grab it real quick. I can't share links on Instagram Live, so just go to our bio and then get Discord from there. But sorry, carry on.
The Intel GPUs used to kind of be considered, because they were the new dogs in the game, a little bit underwhelming, but they've made a great showing for their late chips.
Blind Jedi, come on. This could be you. What do you guys think about the AMD newly unveiled 9K series?
An 800 series chipsets. I'll be honest, I've been Team Blue for a long time. Never put a whole lot of attention in Team Red, but honestly that's because I was building computers about 20 years ago to 15 years ago when Team Red was newer. They had some issues. Nowadays, though, honestly, they're some of the best chips on the market for pure gaming purposes. Intel kind of still beats them if you're doing anything workstation-y. Anything that's heavy in video rendering, or if you're doing like a Photoshop thing, or AI work can sometimes be a little bit better on the Intel processors. So, but for video games in general, especially those X3D chips that AMD makes, they've got that video cache. Great.
Sorry, I totally was listening, but I had to try to fix something. Carla, try talking again. I'm pretty sure that was you. Weird. Okay, yeah, there you go.
Shaq, one of the cool things that we do here is we are constantly doing sales on our website, through our social media and things like that. So pick out some concepts for what kind of build you're looking to do if you're looking at a pre-build. And then when you see one of those units go on sale, or we have our general coupon codes, jump on it, because those sales are great.
Is my boy Blue Computer? Go Blue! Okay. I'm just getting it for COD? Yo, imagine.
Damn.
I mean, if this is Eric's, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. Bro, you're
COD's
gonna get frames.
Yeah.
Oh, for this thing?
Yeah. Bro got it for COD. Hell yeah. We can't hear anything?
I think that might just be you.
Yeah. Because our mic is turned on, like, everywhere.
So I'm visually impaired, but are y'all building a case right now? Yes, we're building in the King 95.
Yeah, it's on.
Yeah, we just double checked. It's on. Can PNGs actually hear?
Jeez.
You're an image. How can you hear things?
Oh my god.
You're just on that image format kick right now, huh?
Yeah, these two are freaking GIF brothers.
Yeah.
I guess
I don't
we're
know
all-
why.
And then
Did you hear his reasoning?
Yes, we argued about it
What was
quite
it?
loudly.
His reasoning
Andy.
literally only was because of the peanut butter.
Because that's it? What do you, what?
He's like, because the peanut butter, it's Jif. I was like, but that's spelled with a J.
Don't care.
You, what?
It's still just to me.
I don't care what the creator of that format calls it. It's graphics,
But also,
not
GIF just
graphics.
sounds really awkward to say.
Graphics.
What, GIF?
GIF.
Yeah, that shit sounds like you're
Sounds like,
missing a word.
yeah, GIF. Like, what? You're trying to say GIF?
And GIF is a word?
It flows better.
It does.
This is
just
the
gotta
content
retrain
I
your
didn't
brain
know
for that
and
one.
you did. What kind of hardware is going in? This one specifically, we have an AMD Ryzen 9 7950X 3D, a Montec King 95 in black, Cooler Master Master Liquid 360 Atmos ARGB AIO. I'm guessing that's what that is.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. That's like the longest thing just to call it a Cooler Master AIO.
Yeah.
The motherboard is an Asus ROG Crosshair X670E Hero. The memory, or RAM, is Kingston Fury, I believe, right? Yep, Kingston Fury. 6,000 megahertz. I know math.
What
Just look at me.
what cast latency?
It's
32.
64 gigs of RAM. NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4090. The Prime. Is there a secondary drive?
Yes.
Where, it doesn't show on there.
I didn't write
Okay, sorry. The primary storage is a Samsung 990 Pro, 2 terabyte. There's a secondary storage
that. 4
in there.
terabyte, baby.
Another 4 terabyte?
A 4 terabyte.
Oh, so 6 terabytes total in there? That's
Yep.
a lot of storage.
6
Yeah,
terabytes.
homie,
Or
bro.
a couple of copies.
Literally,
Six
literally
copies.
enough. Show off them
6
reading
copies.
skills. I don't know skills. I don't know how to weed. And then the PSU is a Seasonic Vertex 1200 watts power supply. Ba-boom.
Definitely
There you go.
enough to run all that heavy duty hardware.
Balled out. Hey, what's up?
Literally
dude?
balled out. I don't think you can't go any higher than this, right?
That,
At least on our builder.
I mean, it's pretty hard to, yeah.
Yeah.
How many? This is the last one.
6,000 megahertz RAM.
Cast latency is 32, by the way. Yeah, I know. It was funny that Kelsey wrote that in there.
Wow. I've never seen that.
What was that?
6,000 megahertz of RAM.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty.
I mean, it goes way higher if you
Yeah,
want
it goes
to.
way.
Thanks, Tubeless Meat. What's up, Hayden? How are you?
Yeah, it goes way higher if you want to tinker with it, but with
If you like the color blue.
yeah, well, exactly.
Oh, okay.
With DDR5 right now, because it's still young, hasn't quite reached maturity yet. The higher you push your clock speed on it, the more likely you are to have an unstable build.
Did Kelsey
So-
disappear? No, she just converted into two dudes.
Or
She just went like this.
or had to go eat lunch.
Or that, actually. Yeah, that's exactly
Yeah.
what literally happened. She's like a cell. She just multiplied.
And now came two
I had
dudes.
two dudes for some reason. Math doesn't work, okay? Just don't look into it, guys. Don't look into it. She's just going, yeah, she's eating lunch. What's up, JJ? How are you?
For Francis C. asking about doing a great motherboard and then getting kind of mid-range everything else to give themselves an upgrade path. That is something you can do if your budget only allows you to kind of get as high up as you want to right now. You can do that. What I do recommend is thinking about if you're handy, not that handy, but handy with PCs.
Wait, not that one?
Yeah, switching out a
If you're a video editor.
switching out a processor is a little bit finicky, so I don't recommend it for new people who are new at building PCs. But because they tend to be cheaper and less important for video game experiences, as long as you start off with something, again, mid-range, that can be a cheaper path. If you are new at PC building, graphics card swaps are so much more easy because it's just a couple of screws, a tab, and power cable, and you're done. But that is the more expensive option. One of the things that I wouldn't skip out on, especially if you're doing gaming, is RAM. Don't get anything less than 16 gigabytes these days, is my opinion. If you can afford a good set of 32 gigabytes, at 5200 or 5600 if you're going DDR5, then do that. That's going to improve your performance by quite a good margin right off the bat. One thing also too, if you're looking to keep your budget down in the more friendly territory, I know RGB is the hotness, and it's been for a long time. And it's one of the things that we kind of pride ourselves on, is our ability to do all of our special effects and lighting and things. But RGB stuff is pure aesthetics. It doesn't help for performance.
FPS.
Yeah,
None of that.
exactly. But you're paying a little bit more for that, especially for onboard components like your RAM or GPU or things like that. So, if you're okay not having the RGB, you can save some money going that route.
I used to build computers when I was a kid with my dad in the 90s.
Oh, okay.
That would have been a wild time to build
Yeah.
computers.
My first PC that I built, I was early 2000s. I was 14.
Dang.
So, yeah. It was recycled parts, too. It was one of those old beige boxes.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. So, computer technology has just gone crazy over the past 20 years.
No more ribbon cables.
Exactly. Although we're still dealing with cable issues with...
Yeah, somehow Molek's still here.
or just, the fan explosions with all the RGB stuff these days.
Yeah.
You've got, 8 to 12 individual cables just for a basic PC setup these days.
Yeah.
JJ, it's all good. That's what the mute button's for. I think I got 5600 megahertz RAM. Can I get 6K hertz of RAM from y'all, or do I gotta get it from another provider? If it already came with 56, then you would have to just buy it third party and then just stick them in there. Do y'all take food stamps?
Oh.
Fortunately
Sorry, we do not.
Fortunately not. You cannot eat RAM. Just kidding.
Foodon25 asks about the RTX 7800 XT graphics card and the Ryzen 7800X 3D processor. Purchase them.
Before you get into that,
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah.
owner of the PC,
Yeah,
I think
Eric.
asked a more important,
Yeah,
more
Eric.
interesting question.
Yeah, Eric wanted to do that, and then we'll get back to the other
Oh,
ones.
okay.
Did you see it?
Yeah. What antivirus program do you recommend? Windows Defender. Pretty much everything else is going to really bloat your system at best. Honestly, we kind of nickname them viruses in and of themselves because of how much they can mess with your system performance.
Resource hog.
Pretty much, I think the only reason to have a third-party virus protection service is if you're running something with really sensitive data. At that point, you probably have an IT professional managing it for you, so it's probably not something you have to worry about. So,
What about a cleaner like C Cleaner?
you can run those every once in a while. Personally, I run something like Malwarebytes anti-malware every couple of months, maybe if I feel the need to. I just install it.
Dang,
run it.
Malwarebytes still popping?
The anti-malware thing, yes. The
Nice.
the leave-on service that they have.
Oh yeah, you probably don't want
Yeah,
that.
it's I think probably better than something like Norton or McAfee, but no. Take it off when you're done with it.
Yeah, the
Um,
Malwarebytes scan tool. I remember using that.
Yeah.
JJ, this is like $5,000 after taxes. So it's like $480,
It
$490.
was like 47.
I don't know why I said 480. What the heck? 49 or 4,800, something like that. Coming from an IMAX, it's been a while since I had a PC.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Eric, it's built in, as Tula said. Pretty
Yeah.
much just keep on top of your Windows updates, get those security updates whenever they're pushed to your system, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like on Mac, you don't want to download any virus protection stuff. It's already all built in.
It's pretty good too.
What would be the best starter PC?
Nebula.
Yeah, we normally default to Nebula, but let's hear it from Charles. Charles, what do you
Yeah,
recommend?
So honestly, I agree with you guys in terms of the Nebula. I think it's one of the best balanced systems that we've offered since I started here. I'm also kind of a fan of some of our Kronos models.
Yeah,
but
Kronos
they
is
have a little
Kronos is literally like the Nebula before the Nebula.
Yeah. So, well, we they're still not EOL yet.
Oh,
Yeah, we still manufacture those, so you can take a look at either of those.
Somebody asked, I have a Skytech Nebula case. I want to get an AIO, but I don't know what fits or whatever.
I don't actually know the specifications for that chassis off the top of my head. I know you can fit a 240 on
Yeah,
that
you
one.
can top on
Yeah.
a 240, no issues.
Hold on real quick. Kim, thank you for the sub.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
So, yeah, I'd have to double check the chassis specifications. I don't know off the top of my head.
Yeah.
So, if you want to, give CS a call or hop on live chat or send us an email.
Awesome.
They
Yeah.
have all those specifications to hand. They can answer you pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Is Windows 10 gonna stop updating?
Yeah, they're EOLing it, or sunsetting it right now, I should say, and EOLing it next year, I believe. So they're pretty much going to stop pushing updates outside of Enterprise Edition, if I remember correctly, which is your business edition.
You guys gotta get Windows 11.
Well, honestly, they might have 12 out
Yeah.
pretty soon. So
I'm sure I'm gonna do the same thing. You guys gotta get Windows 12.
Hey, what's up, Kim Bizzle?
Ken Bizzle.
Loving my Prism 3? Hell yeah.
Appreciate you.
yeah, that's a gorgeous chassis.
Also, real quick about the Nebula, I'm gonna explode if I don't say this, but it fits a 240 up top. Typically, we don't populate that area, so I think if you wanted the easiest cooler upgrade, you could do that. If you don't mind moving fans around, it does fit a 360 up front, but I do recommend that you get rid of the Skytech fans, or at least move them to the top, and install whatever fans came with the AIO that you would buy.
Oh, yeah. Well, there you go. Perfect.
Oh yeah, here's one. So most of the time we leave this area empty. You can just come in with the 240, pop that MFR in there. Self-contained. You probably won't have to mess with the actual computer cables too much. But if you do want a 360, you're gonna have to move these fans. Or at least I would recommend that you do, because you want to use the fans that came with your AIO.
There you go. toss it out.
Yeah, for most of the SKUs that we have, we don't really put high end stuff in the Nebula, so you could probably get away with the 240 just fine.
You want to go over just a tad?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, it's usually not three fellows on
Frank
it.
is handy
I know, they're usually not, yeah.
handing computers over.
Yeah, I figured I didn't want to throw you to the wolves. Like, all right, here you go, bye. So I was like, yeah, first one I'll be here. Then
First
you can
one's
see
free.
that way you can see, you know, how it is, and then if you
The
like it, you can
chaos,
keep coming
it
back.
not working.
Yeah.
I don't mind it.
Hey, how much could you do with 1,400?
Oh, you can do a lot, dude.
Yeah, we do have a custom builder, which is how people are getting this like built here. This service is free. So if you go to our custom builder, skytechgaming.com/customs-pc-builder, you can kind of work it around, see if you like what you can get for that price, and then if you want to have it built, you can have it be built here on stream.
And that checkbox is free. So
It is free.
And it's free.
And it's free.
It's free.
This PC run Left 4 Dead 2. Oh, yes. That and much more.
I don't know. It'll have a hard time with Stardew Valley though.
yeah, we learned that today.
With Minesweeper.
Yeah.
Are you back?
Yeah.
All right.
I ate my sandwich.
I'm getting kicked off. All right,
Yeah,
everyone.
me too.
It was a pleasure meeting everyone. I'll be back when I'm needed.
Everybody say bye, Charles.
Bye, Charles.
Bye, Charles.
Bye, Charles. And bye, me too.
Crickets. I'm just kidding. Bye,
Southern,
baby.
Southern Exteriors, thank you for the gifted sub.
Dang, hi
Appreciate you.
train.
Thank you.
Shout out. Appreciate it.
Appreciate that. Okay, bye.
Bye,
PC
baby.
Y'all don't have to
for
say bye to me,
Ted
I was
too,
just
I
bye.
love that.
Everybody, here's Kelsey.
Hello.
You know that?
I didn't kick nothing.
Okay.
You know what?
No, nothing. I'm just
Okay.
Alright, so what'd you guys get into while I was gone?
Professional behavior, answering
Oh.
questions.
Oh,
What? No, I'm serious.
professional behavior.
Yeah, Charles was here, so I felt like I had to like spruce
Oh,
it up. You know, I
okay,
couldn't be
yeah.
my fucking hooligan, dickhead, normal self.
Alright, now we're back to regular one.
Hell yeah, dude. Just for reference, how much is the one you are currently building? This one costs $4,700 or about $5,000 after tax. What was that noise?
Wait, really?
Just so much money.
Oh yeah, yeah. This thing is poppin'.
Dang.
My boy went in and picked every single expensive option and said, "Yeah,
Dang,
this'll
you're
do.
not wrong, yeah.
This'll do."
Yeah.
That's my boy Blue.
Yeah.
Bye, Professor X.
Bye, gents. Welcome back, Kelsey. Thank you.
Why is he Professor Xavier?
Because Charles, which is so
Oh
funny.
my
'cause
g-
I
I'm so
always
stupid.
call Charles. I'll be like, Charles, and it's like, you're a fool, Charles. Charles, and I'm like,
Magneto?
no, from also, yes. Because there's this one episode in the '90s series where he's just like, "You're a fool, Charles," in his like voice. It's like how the character sounded. But then I also sometimes think of like the Juggernaut bitch. Where he's like, Charles, like, got my head, Charles. Oh, Charles, no.
Dude, I didn't know. Did you know Professor Xavier and the other guy were friends?
The Magneto.
Wait, Magneto?
Yeah, I didn't know
That
they
they
were.
were friends? Yeah. Yeah. What? Are you sure you weren't like reading something else? Oh shit! It totally reminds me. I brought you Snot Girl.
Oh, that
I will not remember if you do not remind me.
Oh, nice, for real. I actually gave up comics forever.
Oh well. Okay.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
That'll make it easier when you don't remind me and I forget.
Hell yeah, dude, I'm hyped.
Mm-hmm. You didn't know that they were friends?
I was messing with you. It's
Okay.
like, did you know Dumbledore dies as?
I mean-
Spoiler.
I mean, like, I could get people being like, I didn't know that Charles and Monique.
Monique. Monique? What's on your mind, girl?
That Charles and Mystique were friends.
Monique!
I know. But they weren't. Like, that was just something they made up for the movie because they had Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh,
So people tell me that, and I'm just like, yeah, they weren't.
they were on different sides. Probably
Yes.
not opposite.
Yeah. and
Oh, she was
not.
she was an X-man, an X-woman.
She was she led the Brotherhood at one point.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Damn, those movies really just
She
hit
raised
shuffle on.
Rogue. Yeah.
What? How? What? Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. I heard that new cartoon one is good though.
Yeah, I watched it.
It's good.
Yeah.
Nice.
I built a PC with old components and Windows Vista just for nostalgia. I think that was my first real computer
Hey,
at that
bro,
time. I had a
Windows
PC
Vista has like the best aesthetic. For real though.
I have similar feelings about XP. Because, like, I don't remember what class I was in, but we weren't using the computers, but they were there, and we were sitting at them. It was like, you know, just poorly designed of like, oh, we gotta put a class somewhere out at the computer lab
The computer.
for, like, advisory. And I just remember staring at the Windows XP, like,
Oh my.
yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is the 7800 XT and Ryzen 7800 X3D good for a first-time builder? Yeah, definitely. I think that that's a really good combo. Can it cook toast, though? No.
Nah, it's.
Yeah, no, it's an AMD.
Hey, Kyle, what are you doing there?
Yeah, it's okay.
It's too well cool to make toast, sadly.
Man, I really feel like Instagram Live, like, Instagram, though, in general, is, like, always just telling on you. Like, if you just wanted to, like, suddenly be like, I wonder what they're doing, it's like, whoop, you showed up. So-and-so looked at this thing, and you're just like, man.
Bro, it used to be way worse. Remember the feed that would just say, oh, X like blah blah blah, like this, like
Yeah.
that. Like, it was a literal feed of their activity.
Can I have free toothpaste? Oh, we don't have any. But I support that. Awesome specs. Indeed, yeah, this is a monster.
Yeah.
Love it. Charles. Go out, yeah. It was a great game. And people don't talk about it enough because Ultimate Alliance, I guess, eclipsed it for them, but they're wrong. X-Men Legends, the first one. The second one changed the running animation for Kurt and the voice actor for Remy. In between those two things, I was like, no, I'm out.
Remy the rat?
Gambit.
Oh. Not Ratatouille?
But that game was so fun. I used to play with my sister, and she would play as Jean. I was always Rogue. And she would, like, telekinesis up these, like, flammable barrels, and then accidentally just, like, exploded on all of us. And I was like, can you quit doing that?
Accidentally.
Because they go play Midnight Suns. Ugh.
What's that?
But that sounds like it takes time. It's a Marvel game. Because it was an underrated component to a PC that most people overlook. Ooh, okay.
Windows.
No, not even.
I know. That's not, it's way overrated.
An underrated component. I mean, I guess storage can be one. Now, to be fair, Gen 4 is like really fast and very good. Gen 3 really isn't that much worse when you really consider about like how fast you need something to be. But I could see people thinking like, oh yeah, this is fine, and like running it off of something older than that.
Might have to. Oh shit!
Man, my
Sorry.
spidey senses were like, move forward, yeah.
Whoa, yeah, you actually, that's crazy. You like predicted it without even looking.
Yeah.
I might have to cover you slightly.
It's okay, yeah. But, yeah. Because, you know, your storage could be bottlenecking your system too. Not if you're using, like, if you're using NVMEs, you're totally fine. Don't worry about that. But, yeah, if you're, like, running your old hard disk drive and you're like, yeah, this is good, or, like, this is way cheaper, and you're trying to run games off that, can you turn my Chromebook Plus into Megatron, please? You know, if you gave it to me, I would at least try. I would open that thing up.
Take the plastic off? No, I'm gonna install it with the plastic on.
Best I could do is put Linux on it. I hope I get to build something like that one day. Heck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Is a Shadow PC that has Intel i5 13400 and Arc A770 good? Yeah, I think it's a pretty good like entry-level machine.
You know what, Keith? Come back here. I want to see it. I want to see you back here.
Oh dang! I thought that was gonna be.
I know. I'm like, holy shit,
Like,
bro.
yo,
Shut up.
Hey,
quick.
this is Keith.
Shoot, he was already on his way.
I
like,
know.
Dang,
That's what I feel like. Oh shit.
No, I was just checking to make sure the streams were still on because
Oh, has it been 4 hours?
I looked over on someone's desk and everything was frozen, so I was like,
Someone's desk.
ah!
He's on his way. Ah, shit.
Oh gosh. 4090s are massive. You're not wrong. Dang,
God damn
killing
it,
fake
dude.
plants.
So was my ass.
Oh
Hey,
gosh.
what's up, man? Happy to see you, bro. How are you today? What?
We're gonna have a problem.
No, bro. Like I said, I wanted to see you here.
Oh.
What is happening?
I don't know.
It's at that time
It's
of the
that
stream
end of the
where
That's how the
day.
stream
Yeah,
is, just
yeah, things get
random
unhinged.
shit happens.
Delirious.
Yeah, yeah.
It's been a long day.
Good evening, cool people. Good evening to you
Good evening.
for watching this channel for useful tips. Awesome.
Oh, here, let me piss people off. This is how I eat fruit by the foot.
Oh my
gosh.
god. With the paper? You should have ate it
No.
with the paper. What's wrong
Just
with
like this, and then I just.
press the big.
No.
Does, it
does. Alright, when you want to be a real visionary, come back with one with the paper still on.
Do you think computers submerged in mineral oil will make a comeback? Feels like more and more powerful computers will all need to be water cooled eventually, and a submerged PC might just be cheaper.
Nope.
Yeah, I was like, not in any like. What is it?
Aside from DIY hobbyist sort of fun things.
Yeah, not in any.
Submerged machines are just too heavy, too hard to maintain.
Yeah, for supercomputers, sure.
Yes.
What's that thing that they spray in servers? There's like some liquid. I don't think it's to cool it though. I forgot what it's used for.
Spray.
I've seen videos where MFers have like almost a pressure washer and they're like.
No, just to clear out the dust and stuff. Yeah.
What's a beefy PC
What's
for
the liquid?
streaming?
Azure
Azure 2.
How's it? Deionizing. Spread like filtered water in a lot of cases.
Is it Howland gas?
Oh really? Just straight up.
Well, the Howland gas would be fire suppression.
Okay. Because I was like Brewer 2, just was like.
Yeah,
Howland
Howland
gas?
gas would be fire suppression.
Okay.
Oh.
And that works by pulling all the oxygen out of the air, which smothers the fire. And that prevents damage to electrical components.
Like with plenum? Why did that word just come back into my head? Like.
What?
Plenum.
Cooling and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
would do that. But yeah, in
That
certain data
was
centers like
fantastic.
that, yeah, they've got halon suppression systems. But the problem with that, halon also kills people.
Oh.
Well,
Because they can't breathe.
pulls all the oxygen out of
A
it.
little bit? Oh, a lot of it. Okay.
So yeah, so if you go into a server room and like the halon suppression system kicks on, it locks the door, seals the room, and pulls all the oxygen out.
Oh man.
Fire stops. People stop breathing too.
People's hungry.
Is it like that scene in Titanic where they're like closing all the doors and the water's coming in and the people are like, you gotta get out of the server room.
God. What happens to heat dissipation when there's no oxygen in there?
Well, okay, so depends on how you're getting rid of the oxygen. If you're pulling the oxygen out by making a vacuum system, then yeah, heat doesn't really dissipate. It's got to dissipate into it. So your entropy just drops to basically zero. But if you're just pulling it by doing chemical bonding, which is what halon does, is it bonds with the oxygen in the air and leaves only effectively like nitrogen and other noble gases. So in that case, yeah, you still have heat dissipation because it's just interacting with other forms of matter and pushing out your energy.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Yay, physics.
and that's key for the physics,
Yeah.
But yeah, in a vacuum system though, I mean, like in space, you still have heat dissipation. It's just really, really, really slow.
And you
It's
can't
like
scream.
Yeah.
Was that no can hear you scream?
No. Okay.
Well, I mean, there's nothing for the sound to bounce off of. That's kind of the point.
Yeah.
As if you're outside in a vacuum with no suit, then yes, no one can hear you scream. But if an astronaut screams, they're on radio, so everyone can hear. But yeah, so there is heat dissipation in space. It's just really, really, really slow. So it ends up building up on the surface and then slowly dissipating that way. And technically that would be the same in terms of heat dissipation when computers stuck in a vacuum. But actually in space itself, they would actually put heaters in them.
Oh, the damn.
So satellites, long-range probes like Jupiter and stuff like that, they have what's the name of it? RTG, radioisotope thermal generator. So it's basically a box full of nuclear pellets
Yeah.
that generate electricity, but also heat. So the waste byproduct of that is heat, and that is used to keep the computer from freezing in space.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah. So yeah, long-distance space probes like Jupiter and stuff have RTGs inside.
Oh, don't a lot of server rooms use Novec 7100 for fire suppression?
You're getting past my knowledge there.
Okay,
I mean, I've worked in data centers before, but that's like because we had a rack there, not that I was building the data
yeah.
center.
Yeah, I feel you.
And I knew about the Halo systems because that's what we had at the last when I worked at. So.
I love you, Kelsey. Thank you. What would be the best PC for what?
Is that
No.
Dude, we got some spice going on, Jeff.
What would be
Oh,
the
she has hella fans.
What, I have like 7. What would be the best PC for graphic design? That's a good question. Because I would,
Design?
yeah. So I'm
I mean,
thinking
you're
like
doing
what
Photoshop stuff.
Gabe does and all. Yeah, probably.
High CPU.
Over the.
Some of the plugins do require GPU for rendering things like that too, but generally you don't need like a 1400.
Yeah.
You're not going through shit. But yeah, so Oomphy CPU, plenty of RAM. They will chew through RAM, especially when you deal with like really large raw files with just
Oh
thousands
gosh,
of layers.
yeah.
The RAM just gets really high. So in some cases, yeah, we're talking like you're even looking at things like Threadrippers or Xeons, 32 cores, etc. 120 gigs of RAM, and then probably pairing it with something like a 47 gig, or you can go with the professional grade series, but that's gonna be more for CAD CAM or for deep sea rollers. But
And if you're on a budget, 13700K and 47.
5900X with 64
Oh,
gigs of
yeah.
DDR4 and 4070 would be nice. That'd be really good for doing
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
So, tons of RAM, beefy CPU, decent GPU.
Depending on what plugins you use or what filters you use.
Yeah. Well, especially if you're doing a lot of graphic design in raw versus like, I was thinking like what Gabe does, doing the little drawing program.
Yeah, in his case, with his,
Little drawing
with
program.
his big stylus and
Yeah, he's got like one of those like little artist thingies and like,
a
he's,
Cintiq, I think it is.
it's so cool. It makes me wish I could draw.
Definitely something I can't do. Eric actually asked in chat.
Don't you mean graphic
want-
design?
Oh, sign it?
No.
Sorry.
He asked if you could sign it when you were finished. So
Sure.
I wanted to bring you your choice of.
You got nice markers?
I
About
do.
time, finally.
Oh, dude,
somebody.
we've had this
Yeah,
request
Signing a
before.
black case with black sharpness.
Well, that's what I've got right now, so it can be on something different that's not black.
Yeah, I'm not sure we
I don't know. If you didn't like right here, it probably still would show
If
up.
you
It'll
want,
show.
if you want, I can bring a silver one from home tomorrow or Friday.
I also have silver ones, but not here is the bad part.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Thank you though. Yeah, we'll probably end up using one of these two.
Skytech does not deliver internationally, unfortunately.
We do not.
I like the spinner tip we got for PC building. Makes it a lot easier for real.
Oh yeah, dude, it's super easy. Like I just get back here, plugins. What's up?
We do deliver to military bases.
Oh,
which are
unless you're in the
overseas.
military. Hoorah!
Wait, like around
That's
the
the only
world?
one I know.
AFB
Sorry.
is, theoretically someone can order a PC to an aircraft carrier. It's guess who brings it? It's the U.S. Postal Service. And
No
they
way!
load it on these military aircraft.
We've done it before.
Yeah.
And that's
Cool.
what CS
What the
worked
hell?
for a dude in the Middle East. And yeah, it
Through
was posted to an AFB and then sent to his forward base.
Jesus. Through sleet or shine, goddamn.
What is
There was
better?
lower than that, they only take up to 60 pounds.
What is better for performance, RTX 4060 or ARC A770? Well, it was a 4060, but yeah, 4060 I think.
You deserve to sign it. Oh, thank you, bro. Don't
That's
worry.
close.
I got you.
i5 13600K, RTX 4070 for my gaming PC. Ooh, that's a nice combo. Was better. Actually, I did that. Oh my god, I have a Skytech PC. Yo!
Yo.
Dope. Deserve to
Rhythm
sign
game
brand new
enthusiasts.
graphics. Oh.
Shout out Rhythm Games. I got my fair share of hours on Clone Hero. Although I haven't picked it up in a while. I might do that. I might stream that. No, I'm too bad. No, I'm
no.
fucking terrible. Never mind. Forget I said
Dude,
that.
I have that problem too. I'm like, oh, I should like stream this game, and I was like, oh, but the people who actually play this game, like, this is their game.
Yeah.
They're gonna show up
Yeah.
and be like, what do you not like? You don't use this thingy, and I was like, no, am I supposed to? Or like, why are you doing it this way? It's
Oh yeah, especially games like that too, where there's like a million items and like, yeah.
You mentioned about $1,000 to building a gaming PC. What's the process of doing that? I live in Central Valley. If you're looking at building your own gaming PC, the best resources out there, PC Part Picker. You can get right on that. You can check out different components and what their prices are. You can even make a little list, and they do a really good job where they tell you if there's any conflicting like things. So it won't let you pair like a CPU that's not going to work with that motherboard together, and it'll also give you certain warnings. If you're gonna build your own PC, that's the way to do it. And then try and just stick to your budget, see what you can build in that, move some things around. It's a good way of doing it.
Play Vivid/Stasis, best free rhythm game. Hell yeah, I'll have to remember that. I'll even write it down.
I also went Z690 instead of B760 to save on cost slightly while unlocking overclock abilities. This was back in early 2023, by the way. Oh, okay. Yeah, honestly, I like the 690s and the 790s. Like, the Z-series boards are really good. What was the case with Shadow PC and motherboard? Motherboard depends, because it's kind of just whatever motherboard of that we have in stock at the time. Because we kind of have a rotating stock. But the case for the Shadow 4, it's a Gamdius one. Let me see if I can find the exact one. Gamdius case.
Whoa,
No,
what?
it's not that. It's not
What?
the Talos. Is it the... No, it's not.
No, it's not. But I just hadn't
oh,
seen.
it's the Athena M6. So the Gamdius Athena M6 is what the Shadow case is.
This is the same PC. No, it's not the same PC from 45 minutes ago.
Is it?
We had
it's the
3
same.
King 95s today. I mean, technically it is the same case, but it's not.
Sorry, no free thing.
Can you send something for free?
Ryzen 5 be good for like gaming and school stuff. I mean, depends on the Ryzen 5, but if you're looking at like a 3600 or 5600X, or from AM5 something like a 7600 or 7600X, yeah, any of those would be fine. I'm sorry, I just have to point out and laugh at the name Diarrhea 9000. That's hilarious. Like genuinely made my day to see that cross. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm trying to build the Shadow Game PC on Amazon, the one with the coupon, and is it $9.59? Do you know what the specs for it?
Should say in the description.
Yeah, I was like, it should be in the description. I'm just looking for a good case upgrade. With the Lian Li 011 Dynamic Evo RGB be a good fish tank case. He's using an RTX 4070 Super, TI Super, and a Ryzen 7. Yeah, honestly,
Sure.
yeah,
It
no,
is the original.
the Evo, yeah, I was like, it's solid. And Lian Li makes a really good quality case. Yeah, if you're interested in that one, I say go for it. It's a good one. I think the only problem is that it can't fit.
4090.
Yeah, but for the 4070 Ti Super, you're totally fine.
Yeah, that's all. I like how it's funny how they said, would it be a good fish tank case?
Yeah.
It's like it's the one that
Well, I mean,
started it.
Yeah, it's like it's the OG fish
It's
tank.
the OG.
Always lurking, seeing what PCs are being built. Hey, that's the way. That's the way to do the live
it.
stream.
You know, if I never saw another fish tank again, I'd probably be pretty happy.
I love fish. I just built a PC with the King 95, love it, but I used a Z798 Pro Max Wi-Fi and i9 4900K. I have used both of those before. I like the Z798. But yeah, very nice. Yeah, it's a really good case to build in. I've known you guys since 2022. Glad to see you on more lives. Oh,
Awesome.
yeah, they really got us on this grind.
Thank you, Frosty.
There's multiple fish tanks nowadays, and we do love them fish tanks. I love fish too. Yeah. Opinions on the H5 Flow. Make sure I know what I'm talking about. H5 Flow. You know, I've never worked with this case personally because I don't really get my hands on like NZXT stuff ever. But I mean,
I will
mesh front.
commend them for putting a mesh front. That's
Yeah,
the
like-
case that had such bad airflow that it became a meme.
Really?
It was it was basically a solid front.
Oh yeah. But this has a mesh front, 2 fans. I mean, it seems like it'd be fine. I wouldn't really want to put anything like too high end on this because it does seem like 240 AIO is the max you can put in this case, unless I'm
You can
incorrect.
top mount.
You can top mount a 360?
Oh, 360? No.
Yeah,
probably not.
that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would keep it to like low and mid kind of builds. But yeah, otherwise, I like how I just forgot that this was on the tab with everybody else from YouTube. Bringing you back, guys. Sorry. Currently using the Fractal Design Meshify 2 compact case.
Hey!
I love the Meshify.
Sorry, I didn't mean.
It's okay. That's what I have at home. That's my case at home, and yeah, I love that thing. I love it because to get into it, I don't have to worry about like getting a screwdriver. It just pop. Then I need to get a screwdriver. Are you guys only live on Instagram?
No, we live on everything.
Yeah, I was like Twitch, TikTok, YouTube, X. Yeah. In the future, once I get more room, I might go for a Fractal Design Torrent RGB. The torrents are pretty crazy because they have that really big fan. And it's a little exciting because at one point we got carried away and we thought that we were going to be able to do an AIO with those fans.
Oh my god!
No, not an AIO. It was going to be a complete custom water loop system.
With those fans?
With
Holy
those fans. It was going to be insane, but it could not be done. We didn't have the screws for it.
How long you guys been at Skytech? 4 years.
3.
Nice.
Case. Any recommendations for a case? I have an i5 12600KF and an RK770. I mean, that would probably work in that case, unless you're looking to put 360 on that. But if you like that look, maybe check out the Lian Li. I want to give you the right one here. It's a land cool of some sort. 216. Yeah, if you like that kind of style, check out the Lian Li Land Cool. The 216RW, or Land Cool, it's a similar one like that. It's got two 140s in the front. I've built in that, and that's a pretty nice case. And then you do 280 in the front, though, because of those two 140s,
Ooh.
but yeah. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, 216, yeah. Let me make sure that it does take a 360 on the top. Yeah, it does. Yeah, I think that one gives you a bit more options. And Lian Li, very good quality. That's the case I built my fiance's machine into. Hey there, hello.
Hello.
Meshify 2 is good. Meshify 2 XL is ridiculous, but if you want to shove 5 GPUs in a system, yeah, it's a good candidate for that. Oh yeah, Fabian. If Fabian is watching, can you please drop the Discord link? We need a new one. My only issue is my dang monitor is too big.
He boot too big.
He boot too big. Yeah, everyone I've talked to has said 27 inches is a sweet spot for like a gaming monitor, and then like going above that is much. And I have a 32-inch curved, and I can kind of feel that. The first time I sat up to it, I was like, oh man, this is command center.
Hey, what's up, Ben?
How much is the PC? 4.7. Buy to AM5 7800X3D or wait for 15th gen Intel. Ooh. I mean, 7800X3D is a pretty good chip. It's probably all you're gonna need. Well, yeah. Are curved monitors better than normal monitors? No, it's kind of a preference thing. And actually, I would have preferred not curved, but the curved was cheaper at the specs that I wanted.
By how much?
Like, significantly. And I was
Really?
like, yeah.
Was it worth it?
Again, I don't really want to have a curved monitor, but it works. It works.
But it worked.
I want at least just 3 ultra-thin, just 3 ultra-thin monitors for a set of Corsa so I can feel the game. Oh yeah, like get a good like racing sim going, I feel you.
How many subs do I got to send for you to sign that hat and send it with a computer for me? Dang. Enough for me to buy a new hat, cause I'm gonna still need a hat.
And not the
after.
computer? I was like,
Well, I'm assuming they're gonna buy a computer, right?
oh okay, I thought there's something like, I'll give you this and then you give me the hat and the computer. I could be wrong though.
Oh, it's with the computer.
Do you think the RTX 5090 will be even more of a power hog than the 4090? I hope not. I would hope that they would try and go towards like optimizing instead of like one-upping as much, because it's already like insane the amount of power that this gen has. But I don't have a lot of hope that will be the case.
Oh, he wants to send it with the one. Oh,
Oh,
my
okay.
hat. My hat.
Okay, I was like, wait, is this just like a way to work around to get a free PC?
Yeah, I see that now.
No.
What monitor do you have? I have a I forgot the model. It's a LG 32-inch flat, 165 hertz, 1440p. I don't think it was too much money. It might have been like 200 something. It's cool. I like it. I wish I had no LED though. Actually.
I have a 27-inch LG Ultra Gear, 180 hertz, IPS QHD.
Ultra Gear might be the
I really love it. Yeah, no, that sounds nice.
Where did you read that?
Right here, on the YouTube.
27-inch Ultra Gear, 180 hertz. Okay, I don't have it. I have a 165.
Interesting. You're installing the AIO after the GPU. I
Yes.
typically install the GPU as the last component.
I do the AIO with this style of cases where it top mounts, because a lot of the times the AIO ends up getting in the way of a lot of what needs to be plugged in this area. To completely just eliminate that as a factor, I do everything else first.
I mean, like, I agree, but the GPU is never gonna have to.
What?
I don't know.
I mean, yeah, but I just like putting stuff in there, I guess.
I guess that's fair, yeah.
I like
Yeah,
checking
one-
stuff off the box.
One has his way, and like
Yeah.
even I am like, wait, what?
My way only makes sense to me, and really that's all that matters.
Yeah, I mean, and to be fair, he's kind of the best. So like, yeah, I can't be like, well,
Actually.
I do it this way. Like me in the R&D lab where, nobody has to see it.
I mean, I'll say this: the order of components really doesn't matter as long as they're all in there.
True. Do you sell bare bone sets? No,
Nah.
unfortunately.
That works. I'll take the free piece. All right, buddy. All right, buddy.
Oh, dude, I've done the VR racing, like on the racing sim, and
Oh, yeah?
I liked the racing sim, but when I put the VR on, I was going, and then I braked, and I felt myself go. And I know I didn't do that, because I wasn't moving. And I just immediately was like, nope, like, I was like, I can tell where this is going, and my stomach doesn't like it.
You need the rig with motion.
Ooh, but that's me. The rig with motion.
The ones, yeah, the ones that have like the hydraulics and stuff.
Yeah. Dude, it's 4 a.m. in the morning. It's 4:41 p.m. here. Man, that'd be like the other side of the world.
Yeah, actually. Straight
Australia?
up. Is that what's like directly?
I
on
don't
the
know.
other
It
side?
just feels really far away. It's in another hemisphere, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder what's like directly on the other side of us.
Can you guys manage cables as well as one?
No,
Not as well as one.
I'm just kidding.
I can manage cables, but
This is what I do all day.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
how do you know the GPU you want would fit in your motherboard and inside the case? Luckily, the motherboard shouldn't really be an issue.
Yeah.
That's like standard. But the case, that's one of those things where you're gonna want to like,
PC Fire Picker.
yeah, or look at the
YouTube
dimensions of the
videos,
case
yeah, doing math.
and the dimensions of your GPU, and just making sure that you've got a little wiggle room in there at least.
If you have a Lee & Lee case specifically, they do have a website for fitment testing or checking. I think it's still up. I think that's just still be a thing.
But one, you can't do it without the stripper spinner.
What? Wait, what?
No, India. Oh, okay, India. I was like,
Ah,
who's interesting.
Brazil.
Wow, so India's like a good 12 hours then difference from
Dang.
us. Okay, we know that now.
Hot tour. Have you seen that video?
No, but
No?
I've been seeing that show up
The
places.
memes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a huge case. It's pretty big, but there's definitely bigger.
There's
Like,
definitely bigger.
which is crazy.
Yeah.
What do you think is the best looking PC y'all have? I think is the Rampage. Ooh, that's a good choice. I am very partial to the Azure 2.
Azure 2. Yeah. Yeah.
It's just it's unique. I mean, now people are trying to copy it,
Yeah.
but like it's a very nice case. Montech did a good job with that.
Shout out Montech.
We also have 20 volt. Don't US breakers trip faster than Europeans? We have 16 amp circuit breakers, and they trip after like 3600 watts. Whereas in the US, they would trip at 1900 watts. This is with 16A. In theory, with a smaller breaker, a beefy future PC would not be able to run on one circuit breaker. That is actually something that we've been concerned about.
We'll get to that problem when we get to it.
When we were talking about doing like very big workstations and such, yeah.
Yeah.
It's something that we think about a lot. You're not wrong.
Oh, you guys do think about it?
We've thought about it, yeah. I mean, granted, this wouldn't be like your retail gaming PC necessarily. This would be like
more servers.
yeah, like a server, a professional workstation with multiple GPUs in it, yeah, stuff like that.
But as we know, the mainstream usually follows enterprise.
Gotta get your VR legs first. Do some casual experiences. I guess, yeah.
VR legs.
Fit in the motherboard because the PCIe is standard. They'll all fit for the case. You can locate the GPU line. Yep.
How
GPU
much
speed is
would a
really
build
right.
like this cost? $4,700 before tax.
Can a Nebula case fit big GPUs?
No,
Not the-
big-ish.
Yeah, I was like, it's not bad. Like it's got a pretty good size, but 4080s, 4090s, no. 4070 Ti Super should be fine.
Yeah.
And same with 4070 Ti. Remember I looked at that.
Oh yeah.
Juan, are you 6 foot?
I'm 5'10".
Well, we really are the same height. Wow.
Yeah.
Did you guys toss the mesh fronts to the King 95s? No, we keep them.
No, they'll be in the box.
Although I have noticed, like when I was testing it originally, that yeah, there's like a little thing that keeps the mesh into there, and like it comes off very easily, and it's very annoying to put back on.
Oh, on the top.
Yes, it bugs me.
Just don't touch
But
that area.
yeah, I was like, when it's on and it's good, you don't have to worry about it at all. It's literally just the person who was working on it that ever has to be like, dang. But nice chatting with you. I gotta go sleep. Have a nice rest of the stream and day. Oh,
Sounds
thank you.
good.
You too. Have a good sleep. The white red Omega PC on Amazon y'all have would probably be the best Christmas PC.
Nice.
Oh yeah, we should maybe use that case for Christmas giveaway. Hi.
Hello. Oh, I see why you read it like that.
So the Nebula case can fit an Asus Dual GeForce RTX 4070 Super.
Oh yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, that thing is not that big.
I love that all the Supers and Super TIs, as stupid as they sound, they made them smaller, and I was like, thank you.
Yeah, they're normal size.
All I ask for in this life is smaller GPUs.
Or I forgot how they. Yeah, that's something. Wait,
That's
we're
like totally
two
different
different
song,
songs.
I
Nope,
know,
I
yeah.
was singing the Paramore song.
Oh. I was singing a song that had nothing to do with any of that too.
Hey man, the
It
lyrics
is-
fit, don't they?
It's a good song. No, dude, the lyrics weren't even what we were saying. That's what's so funny.
Yeah, that's actually true. Only the all part.
Just run an extension cord from your garage for this 28 circuit. Hey, there you go. There's things you knew.
How long is it gonna take for Eric to get his build? We've seen the average time about a week.
Mm-hmm. Shoot, sometimes even earlier.
Sometimes even earlier.
But we like to say a week just in case.
Yeah. Also, if they are QCing it and one of the parts happens to have issues, that might delay things, of course.
Mm-hmm. Because I
But-
want to make sure it's good.
Yeah, given no problems, about a week.
I was gonna be like, better to overshoot and underdeliver, and then I was like, wait. No.
Yeah, it's better to
Ah.
under-deliver.
Undershoot, overdeliver.
There you go.
Ah. What GPU should I get? 3060 Ti or 4060 Ti? I mean, if money's no issue, 4060 Ti. If
Yeah.
you're looking for the better deal, probably 3060 Ti. You know what? I will definitely pick up VR the day that somebody realizes the potential for a VR Digimon game. Give it to me, Bandai.
What? Oh, Bandai's
Bandai is Digimon, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
dude.
they forget all the time.
They
They're
do
like,
forget.
Oh, shit. It's been 10 years, here's a game.
They're
Catch. And you're like, thank you.
they're a little busy with Elden Ring right now. I don't know.
But, like, that would be the greatest use of VR. Like,
Has there a
Yeah.
oh yeah, the movie, right? That was like the last Digimon thing to come out.
yeah, there's a movie.
When the last game come out?
2022, 23?
23. Oh, okay, so it's not like.
It was supposed to come out in 2019 though.
Oh,
it got delayed so long. Yeah.
Is that because of Elden Ring or nah?
No,
This is probably a
and then-
different studio working on it.
That was like a visual novel style, but they used to do like JRPGs or like RPGs mostly.
For
The,
Digimon?
yeah, the last one that came out was basically Persona with Digimon. It was great. Came out in 2017.
Oh damn.
Yeah, and they're like, there's another one in the works. It's been in the works since we ended the other one, and I'm like, where is it? Well,
Where
I'm just
is it?
salty.
Where is it?
I'm trying to buy my first PC. Should I buy pre-built or build one? And what pre-built would you recommend for the best starter? For the best starter, like pre-built, I recommend the Nebula. It's a really good jumping on point. Upgrade path, very nice. If you're thinking about building one, I recommend watching some like how-to videos, some guides. It does take a fair amount of research just to make sure that you're getting components that work together and aren't going to run into any issues and are going to perform well. But yeah. Ow. Dude, you make me want that drink so bad. I literally was like at home on the computer looking up Bing drink. And I was like, I'm going to find it at the store.
It's
and they
because I get them for free.
Damn, man.
But they're, honestly, so I mean, if it was ass, I wouldn't drink it, to be honest. So it's good enough.
Yeah.
It's good enough that I drink it, but I don't know if I would buy it.
Advertise it on
I
the
don't
Bill
know if
Street.
I would buy it like outside of.
Digimon skin
yeah.
DLC and Elden Ring, that'd be funny. I would play Elden Ring then.
Oh, here, look at leaks. Chat won't get to see it. They can hear it though.
You guys got the video down? Oh my god, I already know how the comments for this are gonna go. Oh my god. Oh my god. I picked the losing team. I run out.
Oh, that was a good one.
That was a good one. So stupid.
That's good. That's good.
That is a good one.
Ooh.
Yeah, now Instagram has polls now, so I'm gonna post that one with a poll.
Oh, that'll
A
be
gift for
fun.
Jeff?
Yeah.
God. God.
I've been asking for a good.
I mean, Jod.
Dude, okay, VR Yu-Gi-Oh! Why is that not a thing?
VR Yu-Gi-Oh! That would be
Yes.
sick.
That actually
That
would
is
be
Like,
fire.
I know
You
why
can
it's
literally-
not.
The battle
You can
disc and
literally-
shit?
honestly, you can grab it with like the
Dual disc
yeah,
me,
and
yes.
You can dual disc and
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
And like, here's the thing: the game developers and also the world has not forgotten about Yu-Gi-Oh. I get why Digimon doesn't get games. We're like the forgotten stepchild. It's like it's just not great.
What's a Digimon? Just kidding.
But like a Yu-Gi-Oh one. How do we not have a Yu-Gi-Oh VR game yet? Like that is huge.
Loki, even the show don't be respecting its lore. It's just like write their own rules and shit.
What's the thing underneath the PC called? Lazy Susan.
Lady Susan. Lazy.
Don't know why she's lazy because she's moving
I know,
around.
she is the hardest working person in this room.
Yeah, Susan, man. She's the backbone of this company.
Should give Susan a raise.
Like inch or 2 inches? What kind of raise?
No. We're still testing the waters with her, so just like a centimeter or two.
Centimeter raise?
To leave for poor Kelsey a Bing.
I'll just bring you one next time.
I'll find it. Subliminal advertising. Do you guys still do the PC giveaway streams? If so,
No,
what day is
we
that?
don't.
No, I'm sorry. We had to end those. Who knows if they'll ever return? Probably not. I miss them dearly. We had a lot of fun on there. But yeah. Also, all we know from the question is that it has 4090. Don't know anything else. That's true.
Alright, folks. This build is done.
There
It
was
is
a
finished.
Yu-Gi-Oh! VR game?
It is complete.
Sorry, okay. Hold on, get distracted. Woo, lovely.
Any more King 95's build this week? Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Tune in to find out.
Yeah,
on
we'll see on Friday.
That's so funny.
Alright, Eric, you in the chat? Your build is done, homie. I'm gonna test out these markers that Charles gave me. See if one stands out black on black. That's not that bad. I gotta practice first.
Gotta practice that signature.
Yeah.
I know that in the 1560s, people around the world experimented with ternary base 3 instead of binary and found it was more efficient at the time than
Ternary.
binary systems.
Oh, random
I
topic.
wonder if ternary will ever become popular since it could theoretically improve computer performance and efficiency. Dude, it's probably one of those things that would, make computers much more efficient, but then we remember that, like, all of the banks and everything are, like, running on cable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It
Like,
destroys the fucking infrastructure.
oh, man. Although, I don't know, if we ever did, like, a huge infrastructure overhaul of certain systems, like, that would be the time.
I'm sure there's still banks that are running like Windows 95.
Oh, man, did you ever see that, there was, like, a documentary about the last Blockbuster, and it was still running that old system? And,
Oh,
like,
really?
she was trying so hard to find, like, legacy hardware to, like, make these repairs on the computer that runs the
Oh,
entire
no.
system. Yeah.
Imagine, and then like she hops off on the stream with assholes like us. Nah, dude, get a fucking 4090. What are you talking about?
Oh,
13600K is the most.
alright, he's got that. Oh, no, I was
I
like,
haven't
I
signed
can't
it.
even see it. Wow.
I'm practicing.
Random. Dual Monsters VR is the name of it. It's an unofficial fan game with character avatars and online play. We'll have to look into that. Because, yeah, that's the thing that'll get me into VR. Once
I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, it's faint, but yeah.
It's not
It's
bad.
subtle. It's subtle.
Don't steal my identity. Or actually, you know what? You can have that shit. Just kidding. I'm joking. It's mine. All right. I have
there's
signed the
some chatter
computer.
here. Oh, what's up, ChiliCon1?
Yo, what up, Chili?
From the next free contest. Just scrolling through the X. It's so weird to say. And
You're gonna
and
say
CS.
Twitter, bro.
I guess you're right. Yeah. Scrolling through the X. Catch me scrolling through the X.
PC looks nice. Thank you, Junior Cookies.
Give me Eric's address. He is my lost brother, Phoenix. Ryzen 7 7800X 3D with an RX 7600, good for 4K. How much? Oh, yeah. I mean, I feel like you could do better than the RX 7600 though with a 7800X 3D. But that works for you.
Should have signed the side. I did sign the side. Or do you mean the side panel?
Don't steal my identity. Remembers all my debt. Yeah, no, go ahead.
Yep, that's exactly
No
what
take back C's. Don't forget that damn hat. LOL.
No, this is my hat.
Yeah, surprise, hardly anyone streams on Twitter as of yet, but I do. Just need more chatters. Yeah, I was noticing, I was like, that's probably our quietest platform. YouTube, though, has been really great for us. Shout out to you guys on YouTube. Also, like, if you're on, like, Twitter right now, like, also shout out to you. But I was just, like, noticing that we have YouTube and X together,
Yeah, all
so we get
streams
you guys, we get you guys together. Do you guys offer a trade-in program? I purchased Prism 2 from you guys.
No
Directly, just
trade-in,
curious.
sorry.
No, sorry.
You could probably still upgrade that Prism, though.
Yeah. Do you think GDDR7 will be a WoW upgrade over GDDR6 once it comes out? I mean, probably.
Most
but
likely, historically,
At
yeah.
this point, though, DDR5 is so freaking fast. It's like, do we need to really go faster? Could we just go home? Consider that, developers.
Efficiency improvements would be nice, but,
Yes.
you know, power and whatever.
Alright, so anyways, this PC is done. You're just gonna go and get Windows put on it, all the drivers that you need, so out of the box it's ready to go. All you have to do is set up your profile, download your game launchers, you're good to go. We are then going to stress test this, make sure these components work and work under load, and when it passes all that, it'll be headed your way. So look out for it, Eric, and thank you for ordering with us.
Yeah.
Thank you, you are very welcome. Feel free to come back to the chat anytime you want. Let us know how it's treating you.
What if I just started peeling the plastic before it got to you?
What a threat. Like,
What a threat! Yeah, what would you do about it?
yeah. It says
I'm just
there's
kidding.
846 views on Twitter now.
Nice.
48. Oh wow.
Not bad.
Dang.
For a dead platform.
Man, one's always just trying to start a fight. It's great.
No, I'm not.
Alright, folks, well, that was our build stream today. We'll be back on Friday with more builds. I'm pretty sure, yeah?
Yeah,
we'll
most
definitely be
likely.
back on Friday with more builds.
Is this PC a giveaway? Hell no.
No, this is someone that, someone ordered this and we built it for them. But, yeah, we'll be back on Friday with more builds and more whatever this is. And, yeah, until then, everybody, be cool, drink
Yeah,
a
be
Bing,
cool.
I guess. I don't know. And yeah, have a good one.
Bye.
Bye, y'all. This is gonna take a while. I have to exit so many things.